Memphis with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10. It's time for Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. The first hour of Sports Time is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stats Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome into Sports Time. Bryant Brett with you live and local inside our Family Leisure Studios. A lot to get to today. Connor Dacus producing for us. I mean, it's a little bit of everything as we get ready to be out at TPC Southwind tomorrow through Friday. As I just saw, we got Golf Channel pulled up in here. They had Scotty Scheffler out on the putting green at Southwind getting some putts in. So the golfers are already here. They're getting ready for the first event of the playoffs. But we have a super busy show today. Going to talk college football, NFL. We're going to talk the FedEx St. Jude Championship. A ton to get to over these next 3 hours. Some baseball in there as well. But, Brett, before we get started, how are you this afternoon?
I'm doing great, Brian, and it'll be mostly golf tomorrow on. We're going to talk some golf today, but we're going to get to some other things as well today. But the players all raving about the course changes at TPC Southwind. But nobody has any idea what the winning score will be.
That's true. Yeah, well, it's good because, we've kind of been talking about how good it looks, and we've been hearing from other people that have been out there and seen the entire course of how good it looks and all that. But no matter what we think about it, it matters what the players think about it. And so I'm glad to hear that that they are giving it rave reviews and that they like what they're seeing. And hopefully it makes for a great tournament and some great play. And I'm excited to get out there tomorrow and then everything to get started on Thursday.
Guess who I got to be around today?
Well, geez, I don't know.
Harry Hall's caddy. A really good guy.
Really? Okay.
Used to be on Tom Hoagie's bag, and now with Harry Hall, and a lot of fun to be around him.
Yeah.
And he said he thinks something 12 to 14 under will win.
I'll take it.
I think most weekends on tour, you'd sign up for 12 to 14.
I'd be completely fine with that. I mean, we always talk about it. It's that kind of fine line that you want in there. We don't want to see some of these tournaments where it's 25 under is the winning score. But we also don't want to see like the U.S. Open where, it feels like you're just hanging out around par the entire time.
No, we don't.
So it's, I think somewhere in that range is what I want to see.
What is wheelhouse? About 4 a day?
Yeah, I think that's probably about
16,
wheelhouse.
17?
I think that's a pretty good, kind of what I would want to see type of round.
Yeah.
That's good.
I don't, and look, we do. Mm-hmm. We already have a tough enough reputation and image about the heat.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I don't think we need to give them. I don't think our reputation needs to be heat and a belt line at the course.
No, you're right about that.
Man, I struggled to survive to get to 6 under and win, and it was 200,000 degrees.
That's right. Yeah.
And I've got the BMW next week and Tour Championship too. But I don't want to give them carte blanche because you give those guys a single opening. And it can get to 22 or 23
in a
hurry.
That's the thing. I mean, it's the exact same thing. It's trying to find that sweet spot. You don't want them going out there saying, man, it was hot as all get out. I was sweating the moment I stepped outside, and it was miserable playing out there. Or the other side of it, the only real sweat I had was because of the heat. I walked through the golf course, and it was I could have played it with my eyes closed and been 23 under par.
Yeah, we don't want what John Cook infamously did to it, and it hadn't been that way. Yeah. It is played. They can make it impossible. Mm-hmm. The real variable, I think, is going to be how everybody, will approach being in the rough. Mm-hmm. The easiest fix to that is don't be in the rough.
Don't be in the rough, yeah.
Easier said than done, even for them.
Very easy, especially for us. Way easier said than done. But no, I'm really looking forward to getting out there. Really looking forward to seeing. We don't have tee times yet,
Not
right?
yet.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Still waiting on that. I've been trying to keep an eye on that.
I think that will be before we get out of here.
Yeah, I think so as well. But no, it's gonna be fun to kind of see. We talked a lot with Joe Tomic yesterday, and I thought learned a lot of really good things about what we're gonna see later this week. But one thing he said is that everyone will start off in the morning. We'll get one round in the morning, one round in the afternoon. So it'll be fun to see those pairings and see what time these guys are teeing off. Yeah, no cut. We'll make it really nice for the weekend. But I was telling some buddies today and last night, I I don't know if I'm going to get out there that early, either Thursday or Friday, but I'd love to see that single playing by himself, just, having a round to yourself.
You will be out there Thursday, though, fairly early, won't you?
Yeah, but I won't be there. I don't think I'll be there that early
watching,
when he'll be teeing off to watch his round. But, I'll be out there early both days.
I imagine that'd be I would guess around 7:50 or 8.
Yeah.
But, just 69 going off.
So it doesn't make it as tough as some of these other
But
tournaments.
the Tour and TPC Southwind, they're very proud of what they've done with the golf course. Now, these guys are so good, they can humble anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can think it's a tough golf course. These guys can go out there and make it look like Little League.
They can.
I mean, it really is
They
impressive.
are that good.
Oh, no,
The
it's super
swings
impressive.
are so pure.
No, it's so much fun to watch.
It's frightening.
Yeah.
I've said I think they are the most accomplished and best at their craft than anything.
Yeah.
But I say that, and I think of that NBA player, wide open 15 feet, put it on the board.
Yeah.
They don't miss. They're not guarded.
No. I mean, yeah,
It's tough to figure out what
it
is
is
the
very
best.
tough, and
In football, so much of it is size, speed
sure,
dependent.
yeah. But I mean, no, I think you look at
Hit
it,
a baseball,
sure.
that whole.
You know,
But then maybe it's not my top story today when we get to that in 11 minutes or so, but maybe the biggest story of the day, the mascot for your Kraken,
how about
eluding
that?
the bear.
Yeah, I guess.
At first I thought, well, this is AI put on. It was real.
Well, yeah, Brett,
Isn't it?
I look. This is all I'm going to say is Connor and I saw the video. What, last Friday, maybe? And,
you did. That story's out there that long?
Yes.
But we
Yes.
chalked it up to AI. We thought for sure it was AI, and now today,
I thought it was funny stuff.
ESPN is posting it, and CBS Sports, and
Why
all
is
these
he out
places.
there in Get Up?
It's a great question. I have,
Just with buds
I think.
and-
Well, I think it's just. I think they were doing some promotional stuff. It was him. It was the mascot and one of the players or a couple of
all
players.
fun
out
and
there.
games to the
Yeah, that's exactly
the Grizzly
right.
Bear
That's
shows.
exactly right. And that's what I was saying. I was like, I just don't think that because the Grizzly comes out. And
That's
kind
how
of
you get mauled.
Oh no, it absolutely is. And they were kind of like, oh look, there's a bear. We need to start moving down. But they were kind of like slowly walking, and then the bear kind of like starts running at them. And I was like, no. I would have been way gone before that bear had any chance.
The
to
whole
start
saying
running.
of there is alarmed, maybe not scared, alarmed of you as you are of them.
Yeah.
Bear was not alarmed.
Well, no.
And home field advantage
Sure
for
is,
Bear.
Sure is. And, here's the thing. If I'm out in the wilderness and a bear sees me, I don't know what he'll think. A bear sees Bowie, the mascot for the Kraken, which anybody that doesn't know what Bowie
I
looks
think
like,
it startled Bear.
it might have. Look, I'd probably, if I was a bear, I'd probably also attack Bowie. I'm just saying. Love Bowie, but I actually don't like Bowie. I think it's a ridiculous mascot. But
different status now after surviving a closer call with Bear than I want.
Gained a lot of respect from me. I'll say that.
It didn't get down to actual punches thrown because there's not going to be many punches.
No. But yeah, it was it was a weird.
Bear maims you and drowns you.
That's right. You're looking for a new mascot. I'm glad that Bowie's okay. Everybody involved's okay. Bear's
It's the
okay.
dangest thing I've ever seen.
It's
today.
crazy. It was insane.
Example number 1,227. Why I don't go fly fishing.
No. I'm good. Plenty of ponds and lakes around me where I can just stand over there.
I'm not going there either.
Yeah, well,
I don't think Bear's going to get me there.
I don't need to be in the middle of the
And
wilderness
everybody's
fishing.
ever been says it's the most addictive thing ever. If you go once,
Really?
you want to keep going. So I'm
Yeah.
going to make sure that doesn't
Yeah,
happen.
just don't go
I'm
once.
not going once.
And then you won't have to worry about it. Yeah, I don't know.
I don't care where I went. I don't care if I went to the best stream in eastern Montana with the finest guide that's ever worked a lure. We would get out there, and at some point he would go, "Oh man, you should have been here yesterday. Yesterday was the day to be here."
Oh man, yeah, no, that's what it is. With hunting,
Every
with
hunting,
anything.
fishing
That's right,
experience
yeah.
I've ever. Oh man, last week
Yeah, no, I know a guy.
the ducks were landing on our shoulders last week.
Yeah, well, I was
Today when you're here, nothing.
nothing. Well, that's what I was talking to a guy I know, and he I was telling him about this place that I'm at frequently, and he goes, "Oh yeah, there's a pond like right beside that place, and I go fishing there a lot." He goes, "You'll catch. I mean, you will
Limit out.
You'll never go a day where you won't catch something there."
You're jumping in the boat.
I told him, I was like, I go with you one day. I go,
Nothing.
we won't catch Won't catch a single thing. But that is that's how it goes, I guess. But no, I need to go fishing. I haven't been fishing this year. I enjoy fishing.
I would go to small pond from the bank just with a cane pole.
Yeah.
Brim crappie fishing tomorrow.
Yeah.
Well, I can't tomorrow.
Yeah.
But first,
you're busy tomorrow, Brett.
I would do that. But I would want to go with somebody that if I broke my line, they fix it.
That's right. Yeah.
If I caught them, they take care of them from there. They clean them, they cook them, and they clean up the mess after we eat them.
Yeah.
Really, all I want to do is catch them and eat them.
You just want to hold the line.
That's it.
And reel it in. If
I don't want to work the net. I don't want any heavy lifting or light lifting.
No, you just want to be there. Hey, that's kind of what it is. It's just out there enjoying
that
nature.
small pond. Maybe not right now with it so dry.
Yeah.
Good chance of snake.
Oh man,
the small pond equivalent of bear.
Brett, I tell you what, I have a buddy that has he has like a cabin. His family has a bunch of land, and we went up. This was probably a year or so ago. Went up there fishing at this pond he has there. Fishing. We're gonna go get dinner in like an hour. He's like, I'm gonna go inside and take a shower. I was like, all right, I'm gonna stay out here like 5-10 more minutes, just hang out, fish, whatever. All of a sudden, out of the corner of my eye, I see something moving, and about probably 10 yards away from me, there's a big old snake sitting there.
What kind?
I didn't see it. I think it was just a water snake.
Everybody loves to ask what kind.
Yeah.
Here's my kind. There's two kinds. Real big and real small.
Yeah, I don't even have those. If it's a snake, I don't care how big or small it is.
Other direction.
It's a snake. And so I was like calling him. I was like, man, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
I turned into Usain Bolt.
I can't. When it was between me and the house, so I was like, I'm just staying here, I guess. And so I like called my buddy. I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but you got to come do something because I'm not messing with the snake.
And Brian, around society, and sometimes it's very negative, and it would have been if this mascot of the Kraken had been harmed. The fascination of staying with the filming on your phone and saying, let's get the hell out of here.
Yeah. Let's cut everything and let's hightail it out of here. I don't know.
We're not going to worry about the TikTok video.
No. Yeah, and I don't know. I wonder. I don't know if they were just filming hey, we're just out here fishing.
Film guy stayed with it.
Sure did. Yeah, he sure did. But I don't know what they were filming.
I mean, if it goes horribly wrong, does film guy lay with it?
I don't know. I mean,
you can't break it up.
No,
it's not like, Bear, please, settle down. You've overreacted.
Hey, stop. No.
You've lost your cool, Bear.
Calm down. No.
But Bear was out there, and Bear was there a million of years before Fisherman was there.
He was just hanging out, just doing his thing, and all these people were in his way with cameras and whatever buoy is. I don't know.
Yeah.
But, that was weird. I don't know. Again, I don't know. I think they're about to...
Shout out Bowie. I've got new respect for him.
I got new respect for Bowie. I don't
know if I ever had any old disrespect.
I'm not a huge fan of Bowie.
Any disrespect for Bowie from you, Connor?
Absolutely none.
No,
none.
We're fine with Bowie.
We're fine with Bowie.
Yeah, we're fine.
I am really trying to figure out if this is real or not. It's real good.
I don't know.
Oh, a great text from a friend of mine. A snake may not hurt you, but he will make you hurt yourself.
No, man, I'm not messing with a snake.
Exactly
I don't care what it looks like. I'm not messing with
man.
a snake at all. It can do whatever it wants. It's his world. I'm just here. I'm not messing with a snake. I can assure you of that.
I'm not either.
Snake. I can't even go at the zoo. They have the building with all the snakes. I can't even go to that.
Oh no,
I'm good on that.
I dream about them for 10 nights after that.
I love the zoo.
Do you think real or put on, Connor?
I'm starting to think it's a little put on.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I bet, didn't I?
Until it's 100%, though, I have respect.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks a little staged. I mean, out there in your uniform kind of tells me stagecraft.
Well, and the camera is so shaky the whole time. It's giving a little,
I don't know.
I'm trying to be shaky to make it look
I'll look
more
up
real.
on this break and see if we have any because it did when they first really, like I said, we saw this video on Friday, but I didn't want to even talk about it because I thought it was fake. And even the Seattle Kraken Twitter or Bowie's Twitter or somebody's Twitter tweeted out and was like, promise this in AI or something like that. And then that made me even think more that it was AI. I was like, if you're promising this is an AI.
It's AI.
Yeah, it's probably AI then. So I don't know. We'll have to look into it. But hey, shout out to Bowie because he
for now.
As of right now, he's.
I mean, if Bowie becomes Milli Vanilli of mascots, then we got another story.
That's right. That is a completely different story. But we've got a busy show today, so let me set it up before we get to the top. and not top story of the day. 3:30, Todd Lebo from 610, The Fan in Kansas City. He's going to join us.
NFL camp we go to.
NFL camp. We're going to talk the Chiefs. Obviously,
remember the Chiefs?
Yeah, I mean,
they only went 15-2
right.
last year and lost in the Super Bowl, and we wrote them off
Sure.
like they were the football Cardinals.
Yeah, it's because of
or the baseball Cardinals.
It's because, again, Brett, I blame you all the time for what happens with my golf picks, and when you jinx them on Sundays, which. Please, Brett, this week, big week in Memphis. Let's not go on.
Stay out of your business.
Yeah, let's not go out there and jinx anything. But you did call the ugly Super Bowl.
We were just do it, dud, and I was scared of the Chiefs' offensive line like I was against the Buccaneers, and that's what got them.
It's what got them. And so,
if they have effective offensive line play, they win both of those.
Oh yeah, and
Mahomes did all he could.
He was phenomenal, and so I think it was that Super Bowl performance, the way that game ended. We all kind of said, "Well, congratulations." Eagles, and we're not going to really talk about the Chiefs anymore this offseason. So.
I will pat myself on the back. The last 2 Super Bowl predictions.
You've nailed it.
Overtime.
You nailed it.
And that wasn't one like my old overtime.
No,
that was
a legit overtime call.
My first one.
Yeah. Well, it's like your Cardinals and Yankees, which
a little bit like
out of nowhere the Cardinals are playing well and the Yankees are playing real bad. They
and then
switched
last
roles.
year, just the gut feel of we're due one, and the Eagles I think were that prominent.
Yeah. They really were. So it's going to be fun. We're going to talk Chiefs at 3:30. Todd Lebo going to join us from Kansas City. 3:45, we'll talk a little bit more about the FedEx St. Jude Championship, the field. Maybe at that point, I don't know if we'll have more information about what Thursday and Friday will look like. We'll talk about some of these guys.
Field.
Oh, it's a great field.
It's the best field we've ever had.
It's phenomenal. And, I talked about it earlier with Darian. I think yesterday, obviously, we've got to talk about Rory. But, hey, now we got an event to talk about. We've got 69 great golfers that are going to be here, and it's going to be a heck of a tournament with or without him in the field. So we're going to talk a little bit about this field at 3:45. 4 o'clock, Brent Beard from First Coast News in Jacksonville. He'll join us. We'll talk a ton of college football. We've got to talk the coaches poll that was released yesterday, a bunch of news and notes from around the country in college football. We'll talk about that with him at 4 o'clock. 4:30, really excited. Eli Craner, the author of Mississippi Blue 42. We had him on about a month or two ago to talk about this book, but today is release day. You can find it at any of your favorite bookstores. You can find it online. Eli Craner going to join us to talk about his book, Mississippi Blue 42. So excited about that. We'll do that at 4:30. 4:45, we'll get to big number of the day. 5 o'clock, Bo Marchant. He'll join us to talk the NFL, and it's another week. Another quarterback rankings. We'll get to the NFC West today, rank those 4 quarterbacks. 5:30, we'll get to what's trending, and at 5:45, we'll wrap up today's show like we always do with Moe's and Humdinger's Crunch Time. Let me remind you, we're in our Family Leisure studios where family and fun come together, and Family Leisure needs your help to clear out the warehouse. All in-stock patio furniture up to 60% off, and 4-piece deep seating sets only $999. Chase Lounges, buy one, get one half off, and right now all Pollywood furniture 20 to 30% off. Get out there and purchase that outdoor dining table and get a free umbrella with that purchase. Don't forget about special financing. It's available, but only at Family Leisure, 2120 Whitten Road, just north of I-40.
We're Sportstime. We're with you until 6, and we want you to be a part of our show by texting or calling 901-360-8255. All our guests will appear on the Sissy's Log Cabin guest line at 901-360-8255. Also, the text and talk line. He's Bryant. I'm Brett. Our producer is Connor Dacus. And again, we're Sportstime. We're always in our Family Leisure studios where it's nice and comfortable. All the rest of the week, we will be in our Family Leisure studios as well. Our mobile Family Leisure studios is we're at TPC Southwind at the hub along 18. We invite everybody to come out and see us this hour. Every day brought to you by the great people at Lexus of Memphis, the one and only Lexus dealership in Memphis at 2600 Ridgeway, and online at lexusofmemphis.com. Great offers on all 2025 models and always special leasing options. Drive in luxury and confidence knowing that every new Lexus comes with complimentary first and second maintenance services. Stop by at 2600 Ridgeway and you can put yourself in the driver's seat of the all-new 2025. 26 is on the way. Flagship LS500, and you'll be driving in style. When you purchase a Lexus, you get top-of-the-line engineering and design, and they make for the safe luxury driving experience. Online at lexusofmemphis.com. Experience amazing at Lexus of Memphis.
top story of the day.
Well, my top story of the day, we talked about it a little bit yesterday, but we're officially to week 1 of the NFL preseason. Thursday night, we'll get 3 games of preseason week 1, and then we'll get 3 games on Friday, a bunch of games on Saturday, and a few games on Sunday. It's going to be fun to just have some football, but also a lot of storylines to keep up with in the NFL. We talked yesterday about the quarterback battle in Indianapolis with the Colts listing Daniel Jones or Anthony Richardson as the starting quarterbacks. You look at other places and you see headlines like out of the Jets camp where Justin Fields is preaching patience amid camp struggles. You've got the Tennessee Titans and Cam Ward having some struggles throughout camp. So it's going to be fun to see these teams and see these guys.
Days. Dog days at camp, college and pro.
It's we have talking season for college football. It feels like this is the time with the NFL where everyone's going, man, this guy either looks really, really good, this guy looks really, really bad, or this team looks really, really good, this team looks really, really bad.
Or we fight among ourselves.
Exactly, and we just need to get out there and play another team. You always hear, it's kind of the best part of Hard Knocks every year, where it almost is like a staple of Hard Knocks, where that head coach goes, we're tired of seeing ourselves out there. We got to go out there and see another team. I mean, it's
have
just,
a big helmet swinging brawl.
That's exactly right. You see it there. You see it in college with coaches. They're always ready to get to week 1.
College, it's still a long time until school starts.
Oh, no, it really is.
So it's all football.
Yeah, no, it absolutely is. So it's going to be fun, though, to see all of these preseason games and kind of starting to figure out what these NFL teams are going to look like here in a couple of weeks when the regular season does get started.
It's a lot of hot work out there right now for all of them in football. My top story, what will Keegan Bradley do? Will he pick himself to be on the Ryder Cup team? He would be the first playing captain since Arnold Palmer did it in 1963. I didn't realize this, but way back at the beginning of the Ryder Cup, it was almost standard that you had a playing captain. Walter Hagen did it a bunch of times. That's a long time ago. And I won't say different pressure, but probably different pressure. Palmer did it in 63. U.S. won easily at East Lake in Atlanta. So wouldn't it be fitting in 2 weeks at East Lake in Atlanta where the announcement of the formal team, official team, will be made that Keegan Bradley makes the announcement that he's part of the team. If he is captain, he better win it, or it'll be 62 more years before we try it again.
That's a really good point.
Not top story of the day.
Well, my not top story of the day, Brett, it looks like Bowie did almost get attacked by a bear.
Real?
It looks real. Everything I'm seeing does look like
I need unanimity from the Dacus brothers on it. Connor, do you agree?
I mean,
I'm still up in the air.
Okay.
Look,
I still don't
here's
agree.
what I'm going to say.
One man skepticism.
Look, I'm not one to say that anything, but I'm seeing ABC News, USA Today.
They've all been wrong about a lot more than bear.
That's what I'm saying. KREM2 News. Like, I just think like a lot of these people are posting this video, and I think somebody would say we need to double check on this and make sure it's not fake before we post all of it. So I'm gonna go. I'm now team real. Shout out Bowie.
Survivor story.
Right, I guess so.
Man, that's too close. Isn't
Him
it?
and John Hayden.
Yeah.
Get my players' names right. But
Who is he?
he's the forward for the Kraken.
Oh,
So
yeah.
he was also there, but
Okay.
he he's a hockey player, Brett.
Right.
So you don't really
Tough guy.
recognize him. He's a tough guy, but
Not tougher than Bear.
not tougher than Bear.
Bear
I don't
looked
know.
mad, didn't he?
Bear again,
Again, yeah.
like look at Bowie, like he's 3 or 4 different shades of blue and is a troll. I mean, I would also probably be mad if I
Biggest
saw Bowie.
home ice, home court advantage ever.
Oh, no, it's they're knee deep in water, and that bear is gliding on the water.
But doesn't that kind of fishing look fun?
It looks fun. It looks really fun.
It really does.
I mean, I'd do it. It looks hard. I'll be honest. Like, I don't know. It's all the fly fishing.
Every time I've ever been, though, I mean, just my not top story. Aaron Judge set to return to the reeling Yankees, and aren't they reeling
man.
after a heartbreaking loss? Another loss last night, 4th straight, lost in extra innings to the Rangers at Globe Life. That was rocking on a Monday night. They were ready for the Pinstripers. Yankees only 2 clear now of Texas and Cleveland for a wild card spot. Aaron Judge, he needs a strong finish for MVP. Aaron Boone needs him to have a strong finish for MVP, I say to keep a job. No playoffs for the Yankees. They got to shake it up, don't they?
Yeah, it feels like
He's won nothing.
Again, like we talked about this yesterday, we say that, and it feels like we say it almost every year. Where, hey, you're the Yankees, you need to be winning World Series.
They hired Derek Jeter.
I don't
Please
think
don't.
so.
Please don't.
I don't think so. But
Everything changes once you become the manager.
It
You walk out
absolutely
there to
does.
hand that lineup card to the umpire, it changes.
Yeah, no, it absolutely does.
Even for Derek Jeter, they would have to get on him. The media,
everything
that he had in his hip pocket, deservingly. I mean, for him to comport himself in New York City like he did, even with the parting gifts.
Well, yeah. But you're right. I mean, the Yankees are they're in a bad spot right now, and Jake Bird, one of the relief pitchers they got at the deadline, they just optioned him down to AAA. So,
There's a lot of number 71 and 74s and 68s pitching for the Yankees.
When you're the Yankees and you have that many numbers retired, I mean,
that's true.
You gotta just pull out a random number out of the closet and throw it on the back of a jersey. But it's interesting to watch, and it's gonna be something to keep watching throughout the week. See when this Yankees team turns it around. But that'll do it for top and not top story of the day. Let's go ahead and get to our first break. And when we return, we're heading out to Chiefs camp. Todd Libro from 610 The Fan in Kansas City. He'll join us next to talk Chiefs. That's next on Sportstime.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Moving is stressful, but Black Tie Moving can take the worry out of the process. Whether you're moving across town or across country, moving your home or your office, your personal moving concierge from Black Tie Moving will work with you to design a plan that perfectly fits your budget and needs. And they're available 24/7 to answer any questions you have. Give Black Tie Moving a call at 901-316-6196 or go to blacktiemoving.com/Memphis to get your personal, no obligation quote from the moving experts at Black Tie Moving.
Drive like a pro and support a great cause during the sales drive at Landers Ford in Collierville, Landers Ford South in South Haven, and Landers Ford North in Covington. We've provided over 100 new Fords to be driven by the pros at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Now they're all being sold with demo prices. A portion of the proceeds go directly to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. This is a once-a-year opportunity to trade up to a 2025 Ford Expedition or Explorer. Demo priced below market value. That's right. Demo price 2025 Fords below market value. Visit LandersMemphis.com or come see us at Landers Ford in Collierville, Landers Ford South in South Haven, or Landers Ford North in Covington. With our Landers Easy Pass, you can get top dollar for your trade-in to help you save even more. Don't miss your chance. Reserve your demo price 2025 Ford driven by a pro at the FedEx St. Jude Championship before they're sold. Remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much.
$5,000. That's the average amount of money people in the U.S. are now spending on gas in a year. $5,000. That's crazy. If you drive, you have to download Upside, the free app that gives you cash back every time you get gas. That's right. You can earn real cash back with Upside just by buying the gas you're already buying. You can literally start earning cash back today.
I use Upside every time I fill up, and I've already made around $300.
You're putting gas in your car anyway. Why not get real cash back? If you like free money, download Upside.
I'm saving the cash I earn from using Upside to help pay for a vacation later this year.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code RADIO to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime right to your bank, PayPal, or a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code RADIO for a 25 cents per gallon bonus.
Getaway Sports Bar, the best kept secret in town, open noon to 1:30 a.m. 7 days a week. Garvin, the owner, created this SEC NFL Dream Bar over 20 years ago. You'll never miss a minute of action. 10 TVs, 5 70-inch TVs for all the big games. Rack them up on 6 pool tables. Coldest beer in town, grab you a pool stick and get you some good bar grub. 100% Angus burgers, big and moist chicken tenders. Daily happy hour Monday through Friday, 2 to 6 p.m. with long neck domestics, 225 Getaway Sports Bar, 4632 Winchester.
Sports 56 traffic.
There's still a couple of accidents in their clearing stages. Watching it build in a couple of spots already through Midtown on 240 South and South Parkway. The normal build up right now, if you want to call it that. Going outbound on Sam Cooper there up by Perkins. Still not too bad right now on all the major outbound routes. As far as serious accidents, we're keeping an eye on it for you. Hey, Weimer's Jewelry, your diamond engagement ring headquarters this bridal season. Stop by and see David at Weimer's Jewelry on Highway 64. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stats Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome back in Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you live and local inside our Family Leisure Studios. And joining us now to talk some Kansas City Chiefs, Todd Lebo from 610 The Fan in Kansas City. He joins us now. Todd, thanks so much for joining us. I know everyone's excited. Another season of Chiefs football, another season of watching Patrick Mahomes do his thing at the quarterback position. But Brett kind of mentioned it in our last segment that this is a team, they're great the entire year. They get to the Super Bowl, they come up short, and it feels like we haven't really talked about them much.
We're talking about like the Bears,
yeah,
Todd.
I mean, what is that narrative about?
When you get beat that bad, I mean, I guess that's kind of how it goes.
So.
They have some quiet confidence about them. They're very businesslike. They go through their camp. Their camp is in Missouri Western University, which is in St. Joseph, Missouri. It's about 45 minutes north of town. So they actually still get away. They're not in a hotel. They're not at their regular facility. They're Patrick Mahomes is staying in a Division II college football dorm right now. Okay, so they go do that. Andy Reid likes to get the guys away, and they're working hard up there to get after it. And yeah, I mean, they're not happy for sure with the way this thing ended, and they're probably a little overlooked right now. But they're kind of like that thing we probably felt the same way many times about the Patriots for years. It's like they're just there, and then all of a sudden you look up in December, you're like, well, here's these guys again. We're all sick of this. So I think the league might be done with the Chiefs, the fans elsewhere, but they're not done with the league, I don't think.
Todd, I could run through it. I know the answer to all this. Do you still have Patrick Mahomes? Do you still have Andy Reid? Do you still have Harrison Butker? Do you still have Chris Jones? Do you still have all these pieces? They do. So I don't think they're going anywhere. They will go back to the playoffs. They're not disappearing, but I don't think they go 15-2 and overall 17-3 again.
Yeah, I agree on that one. They probably shouldn't have gone 15-2 last year. They had several, not saying miraculous, but saying, well, one of them was. When you block a field goal to end a game, that's kind of miraculous. But they had a few games like that. We were talking on the air today at work. I think in one of the betting sites, one of the three most bet, props there is the under on the Chiefs. So I think a lot of people maybe root against the Chiefs and want to bet them under, but it's only 11.5. So if you're saying the Chiefs are going to win only 11 games, that's 4 games worse than last year, and they've only been under 12 once in Patrick Mahomes' career as a starting quarterback. So that would be a pretty good upset if they were under that. But they do have a tough schedule. I think the AFC West is much more difficult than it was a few years ago. Bo Nix looks like a legitimate quarterback. Sean Payton's obviously a Super Bowl winning coach. Pete Carroll is now in the division. He's gone to the Super Bowl, won the Super Bowl. Jim Harbaugh has taken a team to the Super Bowl. It's a much more stout division than it was when you saw Nathaniel Hackett running around. And, just list them off. I mean, you had Mike McCoy, Anthony Lynn, Vance Joseph, all these guys running around the league trying to battle against Andy Reid. It's a different deal now. And they also play the entire NFC East, which I think, Giants aside, is a very salty division. And they get the Lions as their crossover NFC team. They're obviously very good. So it's not easy for them. They're going to have their hands full, but they'll likely be up for the challenge. It would be an upset to me if they finished with just 10 or 11 wins. That would be a shock to me.
Todd, that is an excellent point about those other coaches in that division. This is the division of champions. You count Harbaugh's national championship in college, but he also went to a Super Bowl in that famous Super Bowl brother against brother Super Bowl 47. Boy, it is stout. Andy Reid, he's trying to top Don Shula as the NFL's winningest coach. He's 55 behind regular season, 63 behind total, counting postseason. Is he thinking about that? Is he talking about it? Is he 1 year to the next?
He never talks about things like that. You ask him about it, he'll always just go, I don't care about that stuff. I don't know if he really does care. I don't know if he really cares, but he'll tell you he doesn't. But I do think I think he likes legacy. I mean, I think he appreciates the National Football League and everything that it's been because he's been in the league for over 30 years now. So I think he definitely appreciates that. And he grew up an NFL fan. So he definitely appreciates that stuff, but those things don't drive him as much. He really, and the group really is a day-to-day group. It's boring, but they preach it and they live it, going day to day, week to week. And like if you ask him what's going on Thursday and today's Tuesday, he's not going to care. Yeah. He cares about what's happening today, maybe a little bit what's happening tomorrow in the morning. Other than that, Thursday's too far away for him to care. And it can be a little boring. He doesn't give you a lot at those press conferences. I'm actually interested that the rest of the world probably doesn't care, but the Chiefs have got some deal with ESPN Plus where they're going to have a 6-part series about their season last year. And I think we're going to get things in that from Coach Reid that we never get as people who cover them every day, because he probably let his guard down a little bit and talk a little differently than he normally would at a podium. So I'm interested to see that because he's been here, guys, 2013 was his first year here, and I don't think anyone really knows him very well who covers him because he keeps it all pretty tight, and he's not a kind of guy who goes out and has dinner a lot and things. You don't see him out in the town. He goes to a couple of his grandkids' soccer games on a Saturday here and there, but he pretty much works. So I'm excited to see this thing. I think it'll debut next week on ESPN Plus. Like I said, everyone else is sick of it. I wouldn't watch a Patriots series if I was someone, but I want to watch this as someone who covers the team just to see the stuff that they don't say out loud in front of us.
I don't think the Chiefs have hit evil empire status like the Patriots did, like Golden State did, like Oklahoma City Thunder eventually will, but certainly approaching it. It's getting closer. It's not as cuddly as the first one. Do the fans feel that there's no time like the first time or the first couple? Do they feel a little bit passé by all the success?
Well, they're spoiled for sure. I mean, think about this. It's been a while now. I mean, they won the Super Bowl in the 2019 season. Now, that's a blink of an eye to people our age, right? But if you're a 14-year-old kid, you're getting ready to go to high school, you don't know when the Chiefs weren't any good. You don't remember it. It doesn't exist in your life. Because even when they didn't win the Super Bowl, they were still winning the AFC West with Alex Smith as their quarterback. So you don't have to be very old or very young to not have any real bad memories of the Chiefs. So, yeah, people get spoiled real quick. There's no question about that. And if the Chiefs end up winning 10 games this year and don't go to the playoffs, that'll be devastating for the Chiefs' kingdom because they're pretty entitled. There's no question about that.
I can believe that. Todd Lebo, he joins us to talk the Chiefs from 610 The Fan in Kansas City. There's been some questions the last couple of years about this wide receiver group for the Chiefs. What do you make of this group? We saw Xavier Worthy and what he did, a good rookie season for him. But what do you make? I mean, we know Patrick Mahomes is gonna get the ball to these guys. We know you've got a really good tight end in Travis Kelce. But these wide receivers, what do you make of this group going into the season?
Well, last year at this point, I'd have told you they thought they were going to throw the ball deep and have a wide-open offense. And then in their first preseason game, Hollywood Brown got hurt his shoulder, was out basically the entire year. Rashee Rice, like week 3 or whatever it was, got rolled up on by Patrick Mahomes after he threw an interception. He was out for the year, and all of a sudden the thing was pretty pedestrian. And they still managed to make the Super Bowl by grinding it out and doing all that stuff. Right now, today, they feel like they're going to be pretty wide open. But we know this much. I'll be shocked if Rashee Rice isn't suspended for at least 4 games because he's finally got his criminal stuff worked out with his dumb speeding accident that he caused and bodily harm to people down in Dallas last offseason. Right now, surprise, surprise, Hollywood Brown has a sore ankle, and he's not playing right now. So there you go. Don't be shocked about that. I do think Xavier Worthy is going to continue to improve. He got a lot better last year as the season wore on, and he had a little there's no real concussion protocol right now, but he got his bell rung last week at practice, but he's back there. So they feel like they're going to have a wide open offense. A guy who is kind of under the radar right now, if you're getting ready for your fantasy draft, and maybe he'll make this team, and we'll probably get some playing time, considering Rashee Rice will be hurt, is this Tyquan Thornton, who was on the Patriots. He's flashing in practice. If you want a little camp darling, that's one of your guys. But right now they think they're going to be fast. They think they're going to get after it. They think it's going to be good. But you're about 2 weeks away from someone getting hurt or something happening, and all of a sudden you're not as fast as you were before. But if they stay healthy, this offense should be better than it was last year.
Todd Lebo, our guest, talking the Kansas City Chiefs. He's on our Sissy's Log Cabin guest line, and we've talked a lot. We've mentioned a lot of names and maybe set a world record talking Kansas City Chiefs before mentioning Travis Kelce. The old saying, you'd rather go too early than one day too late. Has he stayed too late?
I don't think so. I mean, he looks spry enough up at practice. I think they are limiting him a little bit on his reps to be smart. There's no reason to sit there and grind it out. Coach Reed said, a couple weeks ago, oh, he looks like he's 20. Well, no, he doesn't look like he's 20. Okay, he doesn't look 20. But he also doesn't look like he's past his prime. He's one of those veteran, wily guys who, like a KG veteran power forward, will just get position, score 18 points. That's what Travis is like. I expect to be very good down the goal line. He'll make big plays for him. He knows the moment. But is he going to have 1,000 yards receiving and catch 90 balls? No, I don't think so. And I don't think that's the way they need to go about doing it. They might load manage him a little bit because they want him ready for the stretch run in the playoffs. But yeah, he's there. He's a part of it. Now, is he going to play past this year? I don't know. He loves football. I'll tell you that. He loves being Travis Kelce and running around the world and doing all the fancy things he does. But he loves going out there and practicing. Practice field. He loves it. He will miss football practice and being around the guys. He'll have a great life, but it won't be some of the fun times you have doing this stuff.
Yeah, definitely not. Well, we're talking about this team. They were so good last year. They came up short. A blowout in the Super Bowl. But, we feel pretty good about this team. Again, when you look at this roster, when you are seeing what they're doing in camp, what is the position group? What is the part of this team that you have question marks about going into the season?
Well, the defensive line probably. Now, Chris Jones is back, right? And he's still playing at a very high level. Is Chris Jones what he was 4 years ago? No, probably not. They did just sign George Karlaftis to an extension. He's been a very good defensive end, but they need more pressure on the quarterback. They were not good enough last year. I think they finished 20th in sacks, and many of those they had to dial up some stuff. A lot of blitzes and things. They need to get after the quarterback with the front four. They hope that George Karlaftis continues to develop. Last year, Charles Omenihu was coming back from a knee injury, so he wasn't really healthy and not playing until later in the year. Now it's funny. He has not played an opening week game for various reasons, whether he was hurt or suspended for like 5 years in the NFL. He's just fired up to get out there on opening day, So they hope he's a little bit better. They got a couple guys, Omar Norman Lott, the Tennessee Volunteer, is a rookie, and he didn't play nearly as much at Tennessee because they had so many really good defensive linemen, but they like him early. They need someone in the middle of the line to help out. So that's someone I'll be watching on their first preseason game Saturday night. And there's this kid who is from Louisville, Ashton Gelati, who is a late-round pick, shows me a lot of energy in camp, getting after the quarterback.
A lot like Karlaftis.
Yeah, a lot like him. He's a little undersized, but he's got a really good motor. So they got to get after the quarterback. If you're looking for something the Chiefs to be better at, it's definitely defensive line.
Yeah, but the rules and the refs don't want you hitting those quarterbacks. And Patrick Mahomes, he's the beneficiary when they have the ball, and on the other side, it's hard to get after these guys. Todd, what's the stadium situation for the Chiefs and for the Royals?
Well, the long and short of this, they're both trying to get something done. Last April, they had a vote in Jackson County, Missouri. The voters turned down a chance to continue a sales tax to keep it going. So they all had to go back to the drawing board. The state of Kansas has shown up with a bond package trying to lure both or either one of the teams over there. So state of Missouri has countered with a package of their own that can fund up to 50% of the stadiums. Of course, about 2 weeks after that happened, a state senator and a state rep in Missouri decided to sue the governor and the state, saying what they did was unconstitutional. So there you go. It seems to me like Missouri is trying their best to have the Chiefs and Royals not be in Kansas City and be in the state of Kansas, because they continue to put up roadblocks all the time. They can't get out of their own way. Welcome to government. That's how it goes. Mm-hmm. So I think percentage-wise, I'm about 90% sure the Royals are going to move to Kansas in a new stadium, and I'm probably 50% that the Chiefs will be moving and trying to build a new stadium. If the Chiefs stay in Missouri, they will be renovating Arrowhead Stadium and staying at the same place. But if the Royals stay in Missouri, it will be a new stadium thing. But right now, today at 3:45 on Tuesday the 5th, I'm Royals in Kansas, a horrific situation with a bunch of traffic, and Chiefs 50% staying in Missouri. But if Missouri continues to try to jack everything up, they'll be in Kansas too.
Wow, that is.
But hey, call me tomorrow. It may change. I don't know.
Todd, we could talk to you every day. We may call you back tomorrow.
We really could. Todd, thanks so much for joining us. We'll do it again soon.
Okay, thanks, guys.
You got it. Great guest. Great guest. Todd Lebo at 610, the Fan in Kansas City. The idea of Lamar Hunt's team not playing at Arrowhead that was so far and still is ahead of its time. Yeah. And even right there on the same parking lot now, Kaufman or Royals Field, whatever it is now, it was as well. But it sounded like the Royals are gone.
Yeah, no, he didn't miss a beat with the Royals moving to Kansas, and then kind of said about 50-50 toss-up for the Chiefs, which is both are super shocking. But even the Chiefs being at 50-50 is really hard to believe.
Arrowhead is some stadium.
No, it really
Everybody
is.
said, I've never been, but it was way ahead of its time.
Oh, yeah, I believe it. And so, man, that's going to be something to
and
watch
what it
and
replaced.
Well,
the old fairground stadium.
Well, hey, it's always bigger and better, and Arrowhead is certainly bigger and better. But that'll definitely be something to watch and see what happens there with those two stadiums, with those two
three players that at their retirement walk into Canton. Mahomes, Kelsey offense, Chris Jones defense. He goes in as easily as Mahomes.
No question about it. No, it's
what a player.
It's insane. It really is, and he's right. I mean, some of those kids in high school that are Chief fans, they've never seen a bad Chiefs team. They don't know
Spoiled brats.
They don't know what struggling looks like. All they know is championships at this point. But let's go ahead and get to another break, and when we return, we'll talk a little bit more about the FedEx St. Jude Championship and the field that we'll be watching in just a couple days. That's next on Sports Time.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Maria's Cantina in South Haven is not your average Tex-Mex joint because they're serving up Mexican with a twist. Maria's Scratch Kitchen is the most creative and diverse menu around. Beyond the traditional huge quesadillas, chimichangas, and fajitas, Maria serves up hand-rolled Latin egg rolls, Cajun and Creole items like catfish, gumbo, and boudin balls, as well as the best sandwiches and 8-ounce burgers in town. Wash it all down with a house margarita for only $5.50 and happy hour every day till 6. MariasCantina.com, 6717 Airways, Mexican with a twist.
Hear that? That's what having fewer hot flashes and night sweats can sound like. Veoza is the #1 prescribed hormone-free treatment FDA approved for moderate to severe vasomotor symptoms, also known as hot flashes and night sweats, due to menopause. Veoza can cause serious side effects, including liver problems. Your doctor will do blood tests before and during treatment. Stop Veoza and call your doctor if you have symptoms of liver problems, such as feeling more tired than usual, decreased appetite, nausea, vomiting, itching, yellowing of the eyes or skin, pale stool, dark urine, or stomach pain. Don't use Veoza if you have cirrhosis, severe kidney problems, kidney failure, or take CYP1A2 inhibitors. Ask your doctor about Veoza. To learn more, call 1-866-239-1637 or go to Veoza.com. That's VEOZAH.com.
The best golfers on the PGA Tour are coming to Memphis to kick off the FedEx Cup playoffs at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM will be broadcasting live at TPC Southwind throughout the day, Wednesday through Friday, keeping you up to date with the latest tournament news. Our coverage from TPC Southwind on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM is brought to you by Landers Ford in Collierville. It's also sponsored by Sissy's Log Cabin, First National Bank and Trust, Ronnie Grisanti's, Lads, The Mold Inspector, and Jim's Place Grill.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour is brought to you by Lexus of Memphis. Here are your hosts, Brett Stats Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome back into Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you, and perfect time to talk some FedEx St. Jude Championship because, Brett, you tell me that we have tea times in front of us. Talk to me about them.
Thursday morning, Maddie Schmid off the tee. Yeah. Everybody going out of number one. Maddie Schmid will start things. That will be the single player.
Yeah.
And then Minwoo Lee, JT Poston at 7:30. Jordan Spieth.
Okay. All right.
7:40 with Wyndham Clark, two major winners.
Okay.
That's how good this field is.
Oh, man,
at 7:40 on Thursday morning, we've got two major winners playing together.
So good.
Harry Hall, we mentioned, Akshay Bhatia off at 7:50. Tom Hoagie, Matt Fitzpatrick at 8 o'clock. Taylor Pendrith, Denny McCarthy at 8:10. Some more notable times. You go down and you see Justin Rose at 8:55, U.S. Open winner in 2013. At 9:05, Open Championship winner from 2 years ago, the lefty Brian Harmon, playing with Hideki Matsuyama, winner in Memphis and Masters winner. Shane Lowry at 9:15 with Cameron Young, last week's winner. Shane Lowry, an Open Championship winner in 2019. Keegan Bradley may be the captain with Maverick McNeely. Keegan Bradley, winner of a PGA Championship. They're out at 9:25. The depth and breadth of this field. Ben Griffin, who I don't know how he would be left off a Ryder Cup team. He plays with a former winner in Memphis, Harris English. My goodness, did the audience have trouble this morning with Eli's Humdinger's trivia question?
I missed it.
It was simply, how many people in this field have won in Memphis? Never mind under what label of the tournament. Harris English did. he won way back. People kept answering Dustin Johnson. He's not in the field.
Well, DJ's gonna take a break from Live and come play in our event.
Ricky Fowler off at 10:05. Watched him a little bit today on the driving range. Couple shots, not many. Really good field. You go down, Xander Schauffele, 11:10. Won two majors last year. Finally broke through. Jason Day, past PGA Championship winner, playing at 11:20. Then at 11:30, Daniel Berger, who won here twice. Back before we were a playoff event. I don't think it's that hard to discern. If you won in Memphis on the property at Southwind, you were a Memphis winner.
That's right.
Lucas Glover, who's won here in this event at 11:40. Patrick Cantlay. Boy, he is the guy. Which way's the career going for him?
I really don't know.
I would have thought a major for sure by now.
So. Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought so, but
with Mr. July, Chris Goddard.
He's been fantastic as of late. But yeah, I mean, you just look at Patrick Cantlay and what he's done. I mean, it's
not much.
Yeah, it's kind of been the other direction. It was a really hot start, and it's kind of started to cool off in the last couple of years.
What is his FedEx Cup ranking?
His FedEx Cup. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me pull it up. His FedEx Cup
23.
ranking. Yeah, 23. That's exactly right.
Well, he's in next week.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Regardless of this week.
That's right. Yeah.
But he wants to get to Atlanta where he's won.
Yeah.
Tommy Fleetwood, probably the best player out on tour to not win a PGA Tour event. 12:35 on Thursday. Scotty Scheffler, that's what everybody wants to see. With Sepp Straka at 12:45. When you've had the year he's had and the career he's had, you ain't due busting.
No, definitely not. No,
even when you get the early day.
Yeah, that's right. No, you're going off at one of those prime times, and so getting there. What was it? 12:15?
12:45.
12:45. Okay, so 12:45. Perfect time to tee off, get that round in. So no, that's gonna be fun. But you're right. I mean, from very early in the morning until early afternoon, you're getting some big names teeing off on Thursday. So
Russell Henley, David Cobb's pick, 9:45 with Justin Thomas, who has won here in Memphis.
That's right. Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye on.
Won in COVID year in complete anonymity. Remember that?
Yeah. No, I honestly, Brett, I don't. But I'll take.
I
your
don't
word
want
for
to.
it.
I don't remember anything about COVID.
I don't really remember.
Why in the world people couldn't go outside to a golf tournament?
Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. Yeah, you mentioned Scotty Scheffler certainly not going to be the first one off the tee Friday, 9:25 a.m. So even on his early days, we're getting him a good spot.
They're not doing him like that.
No, certainly not.
No alarm clock set for him.
No. Just wake up your regular time, show up to the course, and we'll be ready for you, Scotty. What time do you want to go off at?
Ricky Fowler, 64th. He has to play well here to get to Owings Mills, Maryland next week for the BMW.
Yeah, it's a fun storyline to watch throughout the week of these guys that, hey, we're to the playoffs now, top 70 make it here, but you got to be in that top 50 to make it to next week. And so seeing some of these guys and how they perform, right outside, some of those guys right inside, so that will be really fun. You mentioned Jordan Spieth. He's right there at 48. He needs to have a good week to stay in that top 50. So that will be a lot of fun. And then, like you mentioned, that next week of top 30. So even some of these top guys, they're going to want to continue to play well because you don't want to lose those points with one bad tournament and be out of that top 30. So.
Yeah. And, boy, the pot of gold at the end of the rainbow, it's huge.
It's there for the taking.
You get to East Lake.
That's right. So it's going to be fun. I'm really excited. We'll be out there tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. And obviously, round one on Thursday will be very exciting. But we need to go ahead and wrap up this first hour, get to a break. And when we return, we're talking all things college football. Brent Beard from First Coast News in Jacksonville, he joins us next.
Start your day with Sports 56 Mornings with Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy. Weekday mornings from 7 to 10, right here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
I think a lot about golf, and when I think golf, I think Miramichi. Did you know Miramichi Golf Course offers membership? It's a great way to play more golf for less out of pocket. Their memberships run for $300 a month plus tax, and that includes unlimited rounds and range balls, no extra card fees, priority tee time booking, and discounts in the pro shop. Oh, by the way, there's no initiation fee. Miramichi green fees, they'll allow you to choose the right rate at the right time on the right day for your needs. If morning tee times are more important, you can book up to 14 days ahead of time to reserve your spot. If rate is more important to you, there are discounted evening rates available that you can choose from. Miramichi is now open on Mondays, and you'll find the lowest rate is on Thursday. Sometimes you just need to escape the hustle and bustle of life. Miramichi Golf Course provides just the right place to solve that need. The name Miramichi means place of happy retreat. When you need a quiet, peaceful round of golf, please make your way to Miramichi.
To NST, it's never just another case. It's your shot at getting life back on track. Real help, real heart. 35 years and still winning. NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000 or go online at nstlaw.com.
Is your wife asking you to stop eating junk food? Well, we have you covered at Humdinger's. It's quick and it's healthy, and most important, it tastes amazing. With many choices from salmon salad to rainbow trout and grilled asparagus. Come visit us for lunch at Humdinger's, 6300 Poplar Avenue. So good, Coach Penny eats with us weekly. Don't forget, Humdinger's offers full-service catering for weddings, social events, or your corporate lunches. You can call 901-260-8292 to find out more.
Sports 56 traffic.
Good afternoon. Steady flow of traffic right now trying to get south of Memphis. Watching it build pretty good now on 55 down through South Haven. As you continue on down into DeSoto County, it's busy but moving on 240 east from Mill Branch all the way out to 385 as you get on to Bill Morris Parkway going outbound. If you want a greener, more weed-free lawn for the rest of the summer into the fall, call Brandon Hawley right now at Lawn Solutions. That number here in Memphis, it's easy. It's 867-5626. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studios, we are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis, and W253DF Memphis. Be sure to follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows, stay up to date with station events, and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports 56 WHBQ. College football talk every Tuesday with Brent Beard, Heisman voter, and on Twitter X at Brent Beard. SEC, ACC, AAC. We talk it all with Brent. Here's Brent Beard with Bryant and Brett.
Brent Beard joins us now to talk some college football from First Coast News down in Jacksonville. Brent, thanks so much for joining us. We got the coaches poll yesterday from USA Today. Anything to make out of that, of what the coaches voted for in the top 25?
Can we crown a champion?
Ooh.
Yeah. Now, obviously, we don't get 1 and 2 playing each other that much, but we do. Texas and Ohio State.
Yeah.
Penn State's pretty typical. Georgia at 4. There's some people that would argue with that right now. And then you've got Clemson and LSU. Hey, guys, do you remember in a while us having not 1 but 2 top 10 matches the first weekend?
It's going to be a day and a weekend that will have near-term and long-term repercussions for the season. On Selection Sunday, week 1 will be referenced as much as Thanksgiving weekend will be.
Very well may be. Oh, yeah. I would agree with that. And then we've got Ole Miss at 15, South Carolina at 13, LSU and Alabama 8 and 9. So, guys, when you look at this, you've got, and again, it can change so many different ways, but South Carolina and Ole Miss really being on the precipices of being in there too.
Well, and they play a November game. They both want to be in it in November. They want that game to really matter.
Agreed, and that's going to be it. And again, but you got Florida, Tennessee, A&M, who is in here. Also, and I know Brett and I talked about this not long ago, but guys, I still wonder what Florida, with that schedule, what they would have to do to be considered at least. I'm not saying they would get it, and I think we know 2 losses or less can get you in. And as Brett said, and I would agree with you, Brett, I'm not sure 3 will get you in, but if you lose to the right teams and they're close games, is it possible?
I can't promise my sanity if this year's the year. Oh yeah, let's let three lost teams in after me having to sit there on Sunday last year.
Yeah, well, look, I get that too, but again, the fascinating thing here are your BYU's and Texas Tech, Boise State's, Iowa State, but then you've got an A&M team here that, could they do something? Could they put enough pressure on to be considered?
But in the end, Brent, a 3-loss team, isn't the person you should be mad at? I was firing away at everybody. I was mad at everybody, but the main one is look in the mirror. Don't lose at home as a heavily favored against Kentucky. Don't blow it in overtime at LSU, and then the final reprieve. Don't not come through in a fourth quarter at Florida. Same for South Carolina. I know they were mad. Now last year, for people that were kind of so gleeful that the SEC only got 3, and I'm not making an excuse, they got 3 in. That's all they deserve. That's all the SEC deserved. But you change one little bitty play for Ole Miss, South Carolina, and Alabama. Alabama would probably be the hardest play to change. But you change something in that Vanderbilt game, and you go from 3 SEC teams to 6. You change a couple of plays in the Mizzou. Who did they lose to late in the year? Maybe Oklahoma. They lost somebody late in the year. You look up and you have 7 that are making a case. And that could happen this year instead of 3. Like last year, it could be the logjam 7. South Carolina. That's it.
Oh, yeah. But guys, my question would be, what is the cutoff in that situation?
I don't think there should be one, Brent. I think it should fall wherever it falls.
I agree.
For any league. If there's 7 Horizon League teams that crash the party, let them crash it.
Yeah. Well, look, I don't have any problem with that, frankly. But again, that committee is going to be forced to go with what would they go with that many teams? But look, the reality. But the reality is, aren't there going to be years, guys, where we've got certain conferences that are that good to where they deserve more than 3 teams in there?
I think we will have that, and it could be from other leagues. It could be Big Ten. It could be ACC. It could be Big 12. Big 12 could have a logjam this year, and if you're one of those 3 lost teams, no matter how good you are, that committee's just going to look at that right-hand column and go, you lost 3 times.
I would agree. Now, again, they've done some things in tweaking it that are going to help. But again, I mean, guys, I'm looking forward, not backward like you guys are. And the question's going to be is if we go to it's not when, it's not if, it's when. When we go to 16, but are we necessarily going to do that this year with the way we are, and as little progress has been made, or at least as little progress as we think has been made? Is that fair to say?
Yeah, no, I think it's very fair to say.
It's not only minuscule progress. Man, it's hand-to-hand combat. We're not gaining an inch.
I would agree with that. But again, you've got the Notre Dame situation in here too. You have got a Clemson team that if they beat LSU and LSU loses again, I'm not saying LSU would be out of it, being a stretch of imagination. I would still have to look Miami at 10, Arizona State at 11. I like those teams, but I don't know if they're going to do enough to get in this year.
Notre Dame can be taken care of by the SEC. A&M go to South Bend, pull the upset Saturday night, September 13th, and then Arkansas get them early on a Saturday morning, 11 o'clock game in Fayetteville. That 10-2 should not top a 9-3 SEC.
Yeah. Oh, I would agree with that. And guys, would that 9-3 maybe be Florida? If Florida, look, if they lose, and again, I remember what Brett told us for last year, but again, I mean, if Florida loses close games to what? Texas, Georgia, and Ole Miss, how much should they be considered?
Yeah. It's a really good question. You mentioned Texas A&M in there. We were talking with a guest yesterday about Texas A&M, and Brett kind of said it feels like every year we do this, but this is the first year we do this with Mike Elko. Had a good season last year in his first year with Texas A&M. Can this be the time? Is he the coach where we can give all of these high off-season, preseason expectations, and they can actually reach those expectations?
Maybe. I mean, I think they've got the quarterback. They've got this KC Concepcion, who comes over from NC State, who is giving them some, I think something to look at.
Well, they've never lacked talent.
Yeah, but guys, I mean, I remember last year with that Texas game, and it was just on the other day where they are at the what? It wasn't in the 1 yard line. It was probably the 6-inch line. Could not get it in. I'm really wondering at that point if they score, and that thing's by 3 points. Could they have possibly won that game? So a lot at stake here, to say the least.
You mentioned Texas, and we know the big story there. It's Arch Manning. And today at ESPN.com, Bill Connolly, their college football writer, he listed the 40 most important players in college football. Number 1, Arch Manning. No shocker there. Number 2, Gunnar Stockton at Georgia. And number 3, Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson has waited his turn, and now he's the 3rd most important player in college football, according to Bill Connolly. And both Ty Simpson and Gunnar Stockton, we hadn't seen that much football when it really matters out of either.
No, they really haven't, and we don't know how they would do in those situations either, guys. It is a reality of it. So now they both have bided their time, and now I will say this: they should get more credit than they're getting for this. They stood the test of time. They hung around. They have bided their time to the point where now it is their turn. They're the best quarterback, and hopefully both of them can rise to the standards from the team in order to do that. That's going to be one of the more fascinating things to follow the whole year.
And they meet last Saturday in September, Saturday night, 6:30 on ABC, when Bama goes to Athens.
Yeah, that's going to be really fun to watch. BYU at number 23. Brett and I talked about that. I thought maybe a little high, especially with the quarterback change. Jake Retzlaff now at Tulane. But I was talking about it with someone today, and they told me, they said, you know what, with where the transfer portal is now, and this being the coaches poll, that they said that they think all of this is more on kind of what those cultures are, what those coaches are doing. What do you make of BYU, and how good do you think they'll be this season?
There's still just a bunch of questions with that. I mean, is there a conference going to prepare them for what they really need in order to get in? Now, and again, this is what we don't know about the committee, guys. Is the committee? I mean, if BYU somehow has a gaudy record and they're 11-1, 10-2, or something like that, or how are they going to be treated with that? Especially after what we saw last year.
Yeah, it's a really good question, and I really don't know, especially with the Big 12. It feels like it's very wide open. I mean, you look at the coaches poll at least, and there are a handful of Big 12 teams in there. But how wide open do you think this Big 12 is this season?
I think it's pretty wide open right now.
More than the ACC?
Yeah. Well, that maybe. I mean everybody is poo-pooing the ACC, but still, I mean, when you look at this, I'm seeing SMU as a possibility. Now, again, I don't think Florida State's going to be good enough to challenge anybody, frankly. But I think, guys, for the ACC, it's coming down to Miami, is it not? With Carson Beck, they've got good lines of scrimmage. But again, we also know Miami lost 2 out of 3 in September and in November, and that kept them out.
Yeah, and last time we saw Carson Beck, his elbow was going the wrong direction.
Yes.
Thank you for reminding me about that.
Well, it was gross. Wasn't it?
Yeah, it was not a.
That was the Brock Purdy injury.
Yeah, it was. It's not an injury that I wanted back in my head on August 5th.
9 of the top 15 players, according to Bill Connolly at ESPN.com, 9 of the 15 SEC. You go 11 through 15, and it's all SEC quarterbacks. With Norris Sellers at 11, Lagway at Florida at 12, Mateer at 13, Reed, you just mentioned at Texas A&M, Brent at 14, and Austin Simmons at 15 at Ole Miss.
Yeah. Guys, obviously Lagway is a guy that we follow here, as you can imagine, very closely. My stars, he's had more injuries in the off season. One shoulder.
Lower body. We're being told.
Yeah, lower body. But he's out there. They think he's going to be okay. But guys, if you're Florida, don't you go easy on him the first two games? Now, they don't start with Miami this year. They've got, Long Island, then they've got South Florida, and then they get in that difficult.
South Florida's tricky, though.
Yeah. And then they get into that 4-game set with LSU and Miami and a week off in Texas and Texas A&M. I still think they pay a lot of money to be 2-2 out of that one right now.
I'd about sign up with it.
Yeah, I'd take it for sure. I'd take it, not even think twice about it. Look,
and then stumble one more time and then beat that 9-3 argument team.
No, for sure.
If one ever got in, especially against that gauntlet.
Brent, you look at I saw somebody post the others receiving vote in the coaches poll. Oklahoma right there. If we expanded it, they'd be number 26. It feels like everyone is kind of everywhere with this Oklahoma team. We know what they did in the transfer portal, bringing in a bunch of talented guys. But we saw last year that team that Oklahoma put out on the field, they were not ready for the SEC. Will this year's team be ready for SEC football?
Well, they've got 7 teams they've got to play that are ranked. I'll tell you what's a huge game for them early is Auburn. That they've got Auburn in the earlier part of the schedule. That I'm not going to say the loser of that game could be out of it, but guys, wouldn't that make I think they can make a big difference in whoever wins that game for Oklahoma. We know the defense is going to be good, and we think the offense is going to be good, and we know who they got at quarterback and how good that he could be. But man, the pressure on them this year is just amazing, and how badly they need a big year.
Brent, since we've turned to such a pro model for college football, and it's professional football. It's just not at the highest level of professional football that is and always will be the NFL. This is a wild name, but it would fit at Oklahoma because they through the years they haven't minded kind of the rascal type coach. I think somewhere next year, I have a feeling, and we've been through the rumors before about him, and especially around here with Tennessee and Arkansas in particular. I think John Gruden pops up somewhere in college football next year, and he would fit and work at Oklahoma.
He would. I would agree with that.
He'd fit and work a lot of places, but he would there. They don't mind a little baggage there.
No, they don't. But but doesn't Gruden need to get in the game pretty soon? He's been sitting it out. People know who he is.
More than just the videos,
Yeah. But I think if he's going to get in, he needs to get in, doesn't he?
Yeah,
within the next 2 or 3 years.
Better hurry, or you get forgotten.
That's what I'm saying. Is that but people are going to forget how good he was. Look, he went perfect, then he stretched imagination. But yeah, that would make a lot of sense.
Remember the Tennessee and Arkansas rumors associated with him?
Yeah.
Good media members with good sourcing saying that he's going to take those jobs.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. But he wasn't ready, or they weren't ready, but it may be the point now to where he's ready for himself and his family to get back in. Would
he work? Would it fit at Florida? He lives down there. He's won with the Buccaneers there.
Yeah, that's a great. He has. That's a great question. But I do think if he's coming in, he needs to get in within the next 2 years, or at some point you're just a legend, and that's all you can be.
We talked this story a couple weeks ago, but I don't think we've talked about it with you, Brent. But we're seeing with the new conferences and now no more Pac-12 and more conference games and kind of all the changes in college football. Notre Dame and USC, their rivalry coming to an end, but it feels like both sides, whenever they want to talk, they say, "Well, no, we want to play it.
It's the other one.
It's those other guys." And at Big Ten Media Days, you had Notre Dame's athletic director that came out and said, "We're 100% committed to playing USC regularly." What do you make of all of these rivalries that it feels like they're becoming extinct, but then you've got both sides saying, "Let's play," but then they're not gonna play the series?
Well, do they say that because they believe it, or do they say it so that they won't be criticized? Now, I do think that if we go to 16, that these teams will be a lot more likely to play each other because they know that even with a loss they can get in. But my question is, guys, if we stay at 12, how much of an issue is that going to be? And would that keep some of these matches like a USC and Notre Dame? Would that be the last time we'd see it for a while?
If we stay at 12 and we have another year that the committee just looks at that right-hand column, they see 2, and that's less than 3. Right. Never mind who you played. I mean, I Brent, back to your original premise of could Florida be that 3-loss team? Surely to goodness you got people on that committee that realize playing LSU, Miami, Texas, Georgia, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and FSU is tougher than a lot of other leagues, but last year they did not recognize that. So if they don't recognize that, why would you play these games?
Well, you wouldn't, would you?
You got Mike Griffin that covers Georgia talking about that Georgia needs to quit playing the Georgia Tech game.
well, but I mean, look, that's and frankly, last year, that 13-12 thing was one of the best games of the season. I'd hate to see that go right now. Now, obviously, Georgia's going to stay in a better situation, I think, than Tech.
But LSU dropped Tulane once upon a time.
They did. They said, "Oh yes," and that was
hadn't looked back. They don't miss it at all.
No, not at all. Mm-mm.
Well, we're getting closer and closer to real football and these games getting underway.
The basketball tournament, common sense prevailed, didn't it? We're going to stay at 68?
Well, at least common sense prevailed for this year.
Yeah. I'll take a little dose of common sense.
Yeah. Look, I mean, they are – I mean, with the I'm with you guys. I'm with the common sense, but we all know that's not going to last forever because they're going to come up with enough reasoning behind it and finally probably push it through. But I think the longer that remains at 68, the better we're going to be.
No, I'm completely with you. I don't know. We've talked about the story from Matt Norlander over at CBS Sports where basically he says there's no reason why this needs to be expanded. It's not going to make more money. It's not. No, there is no reason to expand it. So at least this year we don't have to worry about that. But Brent, as always, thanks so much for joining us, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Can't wait, guys. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Brent. And look at this, Brian. Look, I make my fair share of mistakes. Okay. But check out the spelling of Northern Illinois on the SEC schedule grid.
That's not right. That is not right at all. There is a H before a T in Northern. That should not happen.
Thought it meant more.
It's supposed to.
Well, come on. Mailing it in at the SEC,
well, maybe with Northern Illinois. At least they didn't misspell like Oklahoma or something like that, or Mississippi. That can be it.
Look, and I know that whole NOR starting of a spelling can get difficult for people.
Yeah, well.
I've had my last name spelled and pronounced every way possible.
I guess that's a good point. But, you got to.
NORHT. I mean, they're not even close.
You can have someone proofread it? I mean, good Lord. tough. It's tough. I don't know if I would have noticed it, though, Brett. I'll be completely honest. I would have probably just gone through Northern Illinois
How
and
long
gone,
do you think
W.
I had that schedule grid in front of me, and today's the first time I've noticed
That's a good point. You've had it in front of you for a lot longer than just a couple days.
And yes, I do have a fixed W's and L's.
So this is what's on there is final.
I'm going to let it go.
All right. Wow. Okay, here's the question. So we'll just use today as it's final today. On 8/5, it is final. When did the first rough draft get done?
June 10th.
Okay. All right.
And a lot of scratch outs.
Of course. Absolutely.
This is the third time through. Remember, one time I had that log jam of 93s. I still have a lot of 93s, but I don't have that.
But not the entire log jam that we once had.
I had some separation.
Well, we're only a couple weeks away before we're putting our schedules out there.
I have 4 10-2s, 6 9-3s, 1 8-4, 1 6-6, 1 5-7, 2 4-8s, and 1 3-9.
Whoa, 3 and 9.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Okay. Hey, not everybody can be 10-2.
It's impossible.
It is impossible.
Boy, at media days, everybody was.
Well, that's media days where it's the grand finale of talking season, Brett. I mean, everybody's going to be the
Somebody's
best.
got to lose.
Going to a bowl and going to make the college football playoffs. I mean, it really is remarkable.
Today in college basketball, did you see the news that the Big 12 will play 20 conference games this year?
I did not see that.
That'll be a lot of November, December conference games.
Yeah,
It'll have to be.
Certainly.
There's so many months.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, no, I haven't seen that. But I mean, that is a conference that has a ton of really good basketball and really top end talent. So I guess doesn't surprise me, but I missed that. I completely missed that news, which is kind of going against what everyone else is doing, because everyone else is going to less conference games. So I am surprised that the Big 12 is going to more. Well, we need to get to another break, and when we return, really excited about this. Eli Craner, he joined us about a month or two ago to talk about his upcoming book, Mississippi Blue 42. Well, no longer upcoming. It is in stores today. You can go and get your copy. You can get it online. You can get it on your Kindle, your e-reader, whatever it might be. You can find it. Audiobook, you can get it. You can listen to it if you want to. Anywhere you can find it, they've got it. Eli Craner going to join us next, talk about Mississippi Blue 42. That's coming up next on Sports Time.
Be sure to follow us at Sports56 WHBQ on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube to watch live video of our shows. Stay up to date with station events and have chances to win prizes. Don't miss out on anything that's going on. Follow us at Sports56 WHBQ.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
Struggling to sleep in the summer heat? Tossing, turning, and constantly kicking off the covers? You're not alone. It's tough to get a good night's rest when the heat won't let you unwind. That's where Cozy Earth comes in. I'm Tyler, founder at Cozy Earth. We've designed our bamboo bedding to keep you cool no matter how high the temperature rises. Our best-selling bamboo sheets are crafted from breathable, moisture-wicking fabric that adjusts to your body temperature, so you stay cool, dry, and comfortable all night long. No more sweaty nights or restless sleep. Hot nights, humid mornings, Cozy Earth has you covered. Experience the difference with a 100-night sleep trial and a 10-year warranty on all bedding products. Love them or send them back, but trust me, you won't want to.
Upgrade your summer. Visit CozyEarth.com. Use code CozyComfort and save up to 40% on temperature-regulating sheets, apparel, and more. That's CozyEarth.com, code CozyComfort. Sleep cooler, lounge lighter, stay cozy.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood.
I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
Hi, I'm Glenda Hastings, owner of Napa Cafe, and I'm inviting you over for dinner. Treat yourself tonight with a delightful dinner of scrumptious combinations, fresh salads, homemade soups, or maybe start with an appetizer, like our baked Dungeness crab dip with manchego cheese, lemon, garlic, and French baguette toast. Drift into one of our fresh seafood dishes, like the caramelized sea scallops with curry beurre blanc, black forbidden rice, and Thai mango salad, or our ancho honey glazed salmon with creamy black bean puree, avocado pico de gallo, and jalapeno crema. Maybe you're looking for something cozy and comforting, like our Duroc pork chop with apple brandy demi-glaze and blue cheese bacon mashed potatoes. We have something for everyone. Napa Cafe, open Wednesday through Saturday for dinner starting at 5 o'clock. For reservations, visit our website at napacafe.com. Come join us. I'd sure love to see you.
Congratulations to Napa Cafe, celebrating 27 years of great food and service for you. Napa Cafe. This traffic report brought to you by Salt Sports Bar and Bistro, 3101 South Mendenhall Road, where great food meets the big game.
Sports 56 traffic.
Now on all the major outbound routes, there's been a couple of EMS calls out here the last 15, 20 minutes. Here's what we're seeing. Heavier traffic, certain sections of Sam Cooper going outbound, busy through Midtown. I-40 over here up by Chelsea. 40 looks pretty good right now, westbound at Danny Thomas, making your way back across the I-40 bridge over into West Memphis. Weimer's Jewelry wants you to know they are your diamond engagement ring headquarters. Shop local. You'll save a lot of money at Weimer's Jewelry out there on Highway 64. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome back in Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you live and local inside our Family Leisure Studios. And excited about this guest. Joined us about a month or two ago to talk about then his upcoming book, Mississippi Blue 42. But it is out now today, release day for Eli Craner and his new book. Eli, thanks so much for joining us again. Obviously, a big day with the book releasing. It's out in stores. You can go and get it. What is today like for an author of, you've done all this work. You've obviously written the book. It's gone to publishing, but now it's actually out there for people to consume. What is that day like for you?
Well, hey, Brian, man, I'm so glad to be back on here with the only sports talk radio show that I've ever talked Larry Brown on before. And so I've been looking forward to this call all day because I spent the morning. This book is different. This whole tour has felt different. I mean, a novel, a crime novel about college football, it lends itself to a different sort of book tour. So, like this morning, I've been on the Buzz, 103.7 The Buzz, which is Arkansas's sports talk radio. And we were on there for about 3 hours, and we were at the bookstore where I have an event tonight here in Little Rock. And I did a throwing contest. So people could come in and they could get a book, but if anybody wanted to challenge me out in the parking lot to who could throw a ball the farthest.
Nobody topped you. I know better.
If anybody could beat me, then I was going to give them a free signed book. But I did. I took down five challenges.
I knew you
so
would. I mean,
a good start.
Even if Matt Jones had showed, you can throw it farther than him. Now you can't outrun him.
I don't know. DJ Williams did come in, so DJ played tight end for the Hogs and then for the Packers, I think, when he was in the NFL. And he made a stop by. He usually is a host on this show. but was taking the day off, and he came by, and when he walked in, I thought, now that might be my reign might be over, but he didn't step up.
All right, in your playing days, you were a great Russellville Cyclone. Could Corliss Williamson throw it further than you?
Oh, now if Corliss had walked in, I think he could probably shoot it farther than I could throw it.
That's not a bad second to most famous Russellville ball players. To Corliss is Eli.
So true.
This book.
So Corliss and I both went to Dwight Elementary. Went to the same elementary school there in Russellville.
Yeah.
There's about 5 elementary schools in Russellville, but we were Dwight Elementary guys through and through.
Yeah, and boy, he was something. This book really has started college football for me. This is the kickoff, and I love my copy. Thank you so much, Eli. You've nailed it. You've nailed it. It's going to the top, and you're gonna reap the benefits from it. I think it'll be at the movie theater one of these days.
I will.
Is
I
it
can't
more
say
football?
a whole lot on that.
Yeah,
but
be careful.
I will say I can throw a teaser out that in the TV world, so in like a series world, there's been some really interesting movement, and that's where I really think because this is a series, first in a series of novels.
Yeah.
And so this is that's where we've got a little movement. I can't say a whole bunch of stuff, but coming up here shortly, there'll be a big talk on us and seeing what that could be. And I think if that happened, then this could really, because a lot of people.
Who would be
there's really not many good college football movies or things that we were talking about that on the radio today. I mean, you got the program. I mean, Blue Chips is basketball, but what about? Can y'all think of any college football? Things that are fictionalized.
We had Semitough. We had North Dallas 40. Way back,
North Dallas 40 was pro. I mean, Peter Jent was
pro.
Cowboy.
And way back, there was a great movie that had Charlton Heston in it, and he was a New Orleans Saints quarterback that took them to a Super Bowl, which that was really fictional at one time in New Orleans, and it was great. You need to watch that sometime. I'm sure you can find it. But you're right, it hadn't been a lot about college football. Who would be ideal in this series to play Special Agent Ray Johnson?
Yeah, you've got Ray Johnson. She's a rookie, and I don't know. I mean, she's a redhead, so we were thinking today, this was a question that came up, and maybe Jessica Chastain. Jessica Chastain has done some of those films where Zero Dark 30, where she's played an agent before. But I will say, I always pronounce her name wrong. Hayden Panettiere, she was the daughter in Remember the Titans.
Yeah.
So way back, she's and the way that this book plays on Ray's father being a big football coach, I don't know if she would be the right fit or not, but I know I was really thinking about that.
So
and that character from Remember the Titans.
Is this book more football or more corruption, which right now in college football,
what's the difference?
A lot of corruption out there.
Well, it is. I mean, it is, it's a good question, and that's something that as we've tried to find the right lane for publicity and marketing, do you lean more into the sports world? And then that's the question. People that listen to your show and people that watch college football, 10 million viewers every Saturday. Are those people going to read a novel? Well, the good news is if only 1% of them buy this book, then we're in high cotton. Like we're doing, we're doing all right, because that's 100,000 people that could do this. So I don't know. I mean, I think this book's got a little bit of both. What I always, when I talk about guys don't read a lot of books. I mean, or at least they don't read novels. If a guy reads a book, they want a self-help book. They want a money management book. They want something that, they don't do, or at least from what I can tell, my buddies, they want to listen to an audio book that's going to improve them somehow or teach them something. And that is one thing about Mississippi Blue 42 is I think that it can serve as a conversation piece. If you read this book, you have an opinion right now about NIL, where we are in college football. What this book does is it serves as an alternate history.
It does.
It serves as a fictional federal investigation. It really digs in deep to what all was going on that got us to where we are. There's real stuff. I mean, the O'Bannon case, that's get the EA Sports, all that stuff plays a part in this. And I do. I mean, so that's something I've been talking about is saying, I understand guys aren't really big novel readers, but if you do get into this, I think it would have something for you to talk about in terms of why we had to go where we've gone. And it ain't perfect. We know that. But something had to be done.
Well, we really did kind of This Is Your Life with Corliss Williamson. We got in the O'Bannon brothers, and that's who UCLA beat the Razorbacks in Corliss's last game at Arkansas.
Nice connection for sure.
In 1995. I know you did a big event in Oxford with John T. Edge. Tell our listeners about that, and I know you had a great reception.
Well, that's the good news is that is actually tomorrow.
Okay.
So that we did, John T. and I did an online kind of promotional thing a week or so ago. And now I'll be in Oxford tomorrow at Square Books, and it's at 5:30. So if anybody wants to make the drive down from Memphis, John T. and I will be chopping it up about all things SEC and college football. And John T. brings, he brings the Waffle House, the Tommy Tuberville, he brings the whole Faulkner, all the King's men, all the different angles when he talks this, and it's been one of my favorite people. He's been one of my favorite people to talk to when it comes to the
And right there, literally in the backyard, were another great book, Crooked Letter. You're right there in Mississippi.
Tom Franklin, man, another great Mississippi, and a guy with Arkansas connections. Tom Franklin got his MFA up at the University of Arkansas.
I didn't know that aspect about him. So we got Brown and Franklin in. How about that?
I mean,
Eli, kind of a loaded question here, so I apologize in advance. But you talk about, you kind of described, all these guys in the self-help books. Now, I'm the complete opposite of that. I mean, give me a novel, give me a story, and that is what I'm all about. And so you talked about, there's not many TV series out there that really focus on college football. It's kind of the same thing in the novel world. There's not a lot of books like what Mississippi Blue 42 is. So I'm curious, when you're writing this, when you're pitching this to people, what are those conversations like? Because I can imagine a lot of people in the book world, in the publishing world, maybe aren't as familiar with college football as kind of we are. So what was that like? And then when writing this book, where are you kind of getting your inspirations for these characters? Is it current coaches and players? I know this kind of set back a couple years ago, but where are those inspirations for some of these characters coming from?
Absolutely. Well, yes. So to begin with, there is a reason this is my fourth novel. And the reason, because I've been working on this thing, one of the original, the catalyst, the seed, was Stephen Godfrey wrote this really great article for SB Nation back in 2014 called Meet the Bagman. And are y'all familiar with that?
And I know him, yeah.
And I mean, it absolutely blew me away. I mean, you read the book or you read the book, all the Waffle House stuff, all the social hierarchy, the infrastructure that's built around, that was built around, paying recruits, people who were bagmen. Yeah, the people who were bagmen who had no affiliation with the university, so there was really no way to peg them. They were, I love this quote from that article. They were paying just enough to drop down a tax bracket of their own money, to these recruits. So there was that. That was a big part of it. The next thing was the FBI investigation in college basketball, all the Marty Blazer, all of that stuff, and that's when I really started. I was able to frame it in the world of a crime novel. Like, well, what if they had done this sort of deep dive into college football? And in terms of trying to get it in the problem with the publishing industry in a book like this is the publishing industry is built in New York City. They're mostly all New Yorkers. They all were agents, editors, publishers. And college football is not a thing as big there. And they also, readers aren't that great into football. But I just kept telling them, people say write only the book that you can write. And for me, that's what this book ended up feeling like. I mean, I was able to really tap into the Delta, place that I was born, place that I kept coming back to as a kid. Whole new territory from what my first books were, which
Kudzu
more
country.
Ozark. What'd you?
Kudzu
Yeah,
country.
absolutely.
Yeah,
as all of that. So those were kind of the pieces, and then in terms of pulling from like coaches and players, there's definitely, and I think for the fans of college football who read this novel, I think that'll be the most fun. Is because there are things in this book that are pulled straight from headlines. there are actually some people who are by name. They're named. That you have to be careful. I mean, you always are putting yourself at a risk, when you use real names. But it's all fiction. There's that disclaimer at the beginning. But yes, I mean, there should be a lot of things, a lot of little sly nods. If you're a college football fan, things that you can catch in there.
Eli, I mean this. It's kind of the recurring role continuing with Special Agent Ray Johnson. I think will have a chance to be on the big screen and known in a recurring role, just like Special Agent Clarice Starling was from Silence of the Lambs.
That has been brought up many a time, and Brett, I'm so glad you mentioned that, because I always try to make a habit of this. It's kind of my season, my old football player, old football coach. One of my goals is to always finish the next book before I leave out on this tour, because I'm going to be gone now for about 2 weeks. And I always feel like I can kind of clear my desk. So just on this Sunday, before I took off and got it all kind of rolling, I submitted Florida Green 17, which is the current iteration where we have now jumped into. It's actually in 2023. So we've got a little bit of signal deciphering going on, not signal stealing, signal deciphering. And we've got a whole lot of NIL collective, and it's all set down in Florida, which is where I played, South Florida. It's in West Palm Beach. I played in a fictional Palm Beach University, but I played my first year there at FAU with Howard Schnellenberger. So another fun place to get to explore.
What a character.
So that'll be next year.
That will be incredible. Eli, before we let you go, just tell people one more time about what they can expect with this book, what it's all about, and where they can go and get a copy of it.
Absolutely. Well, it's called Mississippi Blue 42, and it is a fictional federal investigation in the vein of Carl Hiaasen, in the vein of Elmore Leonard. It's satirical, it's farcical in some ways, but it takes a deep dive through Special Agent Ray Johnson, or rookie case, as she investigates big money college ball in a university in Mississippi. In terms of where you can get that book, you can get it wherever books are sold. So wherever you get your books, they should have a copy. I know audiobooks are becoming a really big thing, and I'm right there with you. And the guy who narrates this audiobook is a guy named Dan John Miller, and I've been so impressed with him. He was actually in the film Walk the Line, the Johnny Cash movie. Oh, wow. And just had the perfect voice for this. I can't remember what role he played in that film, but you can look him up, and he just absolutely nailed the voices, all the voices, because that's one part of this book. There's about 13 different point of views, everybody from the bagmen to the federal agents to the coaches to the gridiron girls to the players. They're all in here, to the politicians and everybody. And he was masterful in the way that he voices all those characters.
Well, I'm excited to get my hands on a copy of it. Congratulations on getting this book out there. Enjoy the tour, speaking with everybody, getting to all these places. I could talk to you for hours about this book, all your other books, and what you've got coming. But, Eli, we'll definitely have to do it again soon. Thanks so much for joining us.
Absolutely, guys. Thank you so much for having me on. And if anybody's around Oxford, come see me tomorrow night at 5:30 at Square Book.
That'll be fun. Eli, you've crushed it. Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
You got it.
Eli Craner joining us, the author of Mississippi Blue 42. You can go and get your copy today, release day today. So Eli, nice enough with his on a tour, getting that book out there.
Clarice Starling was a rookie at one time.
That's true. That is very true. So I'm really looking forward to reading this book, and actually got it on my Kindle earlier today and kind of started reading it. And so far, really, really good, really, really fun. So make sure you go and get a copy of it. Mississippi Blue 42, wherever you get your books. But let's go ahead and get to another break, and when we return, it'll be time for Big Number of the Day.
Broadcasting from the Family Leisure Studio, we are Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Drive like a pro and support a great cause during the sales drive at Landers Ford in Collierville, Landers Ford South in South Haven, and Landers Ford North in Covington. We've provided over 100 new Fords to be driven by the pros at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. Now they're all being sold with demo prices. A portion of the proceeds go directly to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital. This is a once-a-year opportunity to trade up to a 2025 Ford Expedition or Explorer. Demo priced below market value. That's right. Demo priced 2025 Fords below market value. Visit LandersMemphis.com or come see us at Landers Ford in Collierville, Landers Ford South in South Haven, or Landers Ford North in Covington. With our Landers Easy Pass, you can get top dollar for your trade-in to help you save even more. Don't miss your chance. Reserve your demo priced 2025 Ford driven by a pro at the FedEx St. Jude Championship before they're sold. Remember, if it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much.
Let's up your life with Let's.
Surprise the family with a new club car and experience the best golf cart in the industry. A new golf cart is perfect for cruising the neighborhood, enjoying yourself at the lake, turning heads on the course, and just having something reliable to use around the yard. Ladd's has you covered with new and used golf cars. The new Club Car Onward, available in electric or gas and a variety of colors and features. Ladd's goes beyond the green. Whitten I-40 or online at lads.net.
At University of Maryland Global Campus, we give our students credit where credit is due. Credit for deciding in the middle of rush hour traffic to go back and get their bachelor's and a promotion. Credit for managing 3 kids, 2 dogs, and a full-time job to pursue an MBA. And credit for serving in the military by day so they can study cybersecurity at night. For over 75 years, we've been helping students receive the credit they deserve. With more than 135 degrees and certificates, students at UMGC can use prior learning or relevant experience to earn up to 90 credits toward a bachelor's, and graduate students can transfer up to 12 credits toward their master's. At UMGC, you'll find everything from online to hybrid courses and lifetime career services to scholarship opportunities, making your education journey flexible, fast, and affordable. Apply now and save with no application fee. Classes start August 13th. Learn more at umgc.edu. Certified to operate in Virginia by Chev.
When life crashes into you, literally, NST Law doesn't just show up with a briefcase. They show up with heart. They sit with families after devastating wrecks, look them in the eye, and say, "We've got you." No scripts, no legal jargon, just real people fighting for real justice. If someone turned your life upside down, NST helps you stand back up. They've been doing this for over 35 years and have won billions for their clients. NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000 or go to nstlaw.com.
I passed by a new barbecue restaurant on the way in today that wasn't a Central Barbecue.
Now, why would you do that?
Exactly my point. In a city that already has plenty of Central Barbecue, the best barbecue in the universe, why would somebody think that we need a different barbecue restaurant?
Not only in Memphis, there's Central Barbecue in South Haven.
Right. Central Barbecue. Again, the bestest barbecue anywhere is already somewhere near anyone listening to this commercial. If somebody wants to open a restaurant, open a sushi place.
Or one of those Mongolian beef places.
Or a place that specializes in things made with bananas.
Not just barbecue.
Not in a city that already has Central Barbecue.
Now back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Big Daddy.
Hello, Big Brand. It's a guy, he wants to be big, then he gets big, he doesn't want to be big anymore, then he gets small, but the suit's too big.
Big Daddy.
The big boy.
You're a big guy. I think she's trying to pull a fast one on Big Daddy.
The big number of the day.
Well, Brett, I think because the FedEx St. Jude Championship is tomorrow, it's such a big day, I think we should celebrate today by you starting us off.
You got it. I'll start with the FedEx St. Jude Championship big number. It is 37. We'll be out at Southwind a lot over the next few days and looking forward to it. And it's the 37th year that the Memphis PGA Tour stop is called Southwind Home. 1989, first tournament there after a long run out at New Colonial, way out in Countrywood. 1988, the last year out there, Jody Mudd was the last winner there. Had a pretty nervy up and down from the greenside bunker on 17 and then just kept it kind of down the irrigation line on 18 to finish it out at Colonial. Then we go out to Southwind in 1989. And, Bryant, it felt like Southwind was in Nashville in 1989. I mean,
I believe it.
There was no Bill Morris Parkway. I mean, get off, get well, get to Winchester, wind down Winchester.
Where am I?
That was the 2-lane road down
Oh,
Winchester in a lot of stretches, really from about here on.
Wow.
Winchester was, and there it was. You're at Southwind, none of those houses, nothing. Only thing that was out there was the golf course.
Just the golf course.
And now, all these years later, the playoffs.
Oh, yeah. It's turned into a big-time event for
John
us here in
Mahaffey,
Memphis.
first winner in
right.
'89 out at Southwind, and he had won the PGA Championship in the '70s. So we've had a history of major winners doing well in Memphis.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun. We'll see who comes out on top this weekend at the FedEx St. Jude Championship. My big number today is the number 27. It is a baseball big number, and it has to do with New York Yankees relief pitcher Jake Bird, which was New York Yankee relief pitcher. He has now been sent down to AAA. That is because since joining the New York Yankees, he has an ERA of 27 after 3 appearances for the Yankees. Now,
he can just get one out and it'll go down.
Well, I was about to say, yeah, you just, you do something out there that doesn't involve giving up a run, and your ERA will plummet. But with Colorado, before the trade, he was fine, 4-1 on the season with a 4.73 ERA in 45 appearances. So, Yankees thought, hey, we can bring him in, and maybe he can just get us an inning in various games. But this is what he has done since joining the Yankees. His first appearance was Friday night against the Miami Marlins. In that outing, he went a third of an inning, gave up 4 earned runs on 3 hits, a home run, and a walk. The next day, he went out there again, went 1 inning, no hits, no runs, 2 strikeouts. They thought, all right, we're starting to figure something out. And then last night against the Texas Rangers, 2/3 of an inning, gave up 2 earned runs, 3 runs total, because this was in the 10th inning. You got the ghost runner on second. 1 hit, it was a home run, and it was the home run that put the Rangers on top for the 4th straight loss for the Yankees. I mean, it was incredible. But Jake Bird, not the start he wanted in New York, and now he is down in AAA. So.
Yeah, and Yankees going the wrong way.
They really are. They absolutely are. But we'll probably talk a little more baseball at 5:30 during What's Trending, but we're about to get to a break. Before we do that, let me remind you that's perfect time this weekend to head down to Olive Branch and check out Frontier Western Store. Family-owned and operated since 1967, Frontier Western is your one-stop shop for the biggest brands in Western wear. Check out Frontier's world-famous boot showroom. Whether it's work boots or dress boots, Frontier has you covered for the entire family with plenty of in-stock proven classics like Ariat, Dan Post, and Durango, and that's just to name a few of all the boots they have in stock. Frontier Western is also your one-stop shop for Carhartt in the Mid-South, but they've also got you covered with plenty of different brands when it comes to shirts, shorts, jeans, outerwear, whatever you're in the market for, Frontier Western has it. But if you need a new pair of jeans, well, you got to go to Frontier Western. They've got all the brands from Ariat all the way down to Wrangler, and you'll love how easy it is to find the perfect size and style for you. Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so you know you'll be getting the best deals. So head down to 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch and check out the entire selection. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m., and Sundays, 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. Head out and check out Frontier Western Store. Well, let's wrap up this second hour, get to a break, and when we return, we're talking the NFL with Bo Marchand.
We are real sports talk. Sports 56 WHBQ. Available on your radio dial at 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world online at sports56whbq.com. Take us with you everywhere by downloading the Sports 56 app. And at home, just say, Alexa, play Sports 56. Wherever you are, stay tuned in to real sports talk. Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Looking for sports in all the wrong places? Try the Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland's Town Square. Fun, exciting, friendly, and comfortable with wall-to-wall TVs. 24 taps for all your beers, including $3 domestic and $5 craft pints on Mondays. Monday through Friday, 3 to 6 happy hour. Music bingo Tuesdays. Daily specials and online ordering. The Owner's Box Sports Bar and Grill in Lakeland's Town Square. Highway 70. Check Facebook for daily specials and weekend music at the Owner's Box.
Jenkins Floors and More invites you to their retail warehouse where they pass wholesale savings on to you. Jenkins Floors at 2356 Goodman Road in Horn Lake and Little Rock. They specialize in flooring and carpeting, tile, plantation shutters, and blinds. Jenkins makes your life easy with a 2-week turnaround. Contractors, builders, or family projects, call 662-469-9350 for a free estimate. Owners Timmy and Rebecca Jenkins say hello to Sports 56 fans and look forward to your business.
Technology. Such big computing power in a tiny package. Tablets, laptops, and PCs. Helping you get through your workday. But when they stop working, it seems it could be the bitter end. But that's why you need Cooper Systems. Cooper Systems is your local one-stop computer shop. No matter what the problem, from virus removal and data recovery, or when it's really jacked up and even cracked screens, their certified techs can save the day. Take advantage of their fast in-shop or on-site computer service to your home or business. At Cooper Systems, they fix things the others can't. They also offer a large selection of all the tech you want. New, refurbished, and super custom-built PCs and laptops. From top brands like Dell, Hewlett-Packard, Apple, Lenovo, and more. Just go to coopersystems.com or call 901-360-9679 today, and they'll do their very best to save your day.
This traffic report is brought to you by Millington Weight Loss. For more information, call 901-436-0272. Listen each and every Sunday morning at 10 a.m. and join Ottawild Presbyterian Church for worship. Ottawild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Sports 56 traffic.
Good afternoon. Midtown traffic building a little bit more in the last few minutes on 240 South at South Parkway. Starting to crank up a little bit more on 240 East here at Mill Branch, all the way out to 385 as you get on to Bill Morris Parkway. So far, so good. Headed out towards the Collierville area. Weimer's Jewelry, your diamond engagement ring headquarters. Go by and see David right now at Weimer's Jewelry, 7525 Highway 64. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Memphis's original sports station. We are Sports 56, WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis. Now, back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour brought to you by Jaguar Land Rover Bluff City. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Welcome back in to Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you live and local inside our Family Leisure Studios. And it's Tuesday, so that means we have to talk the NFL, and we do it every Tuesday with Bo Marchant.
National Football League talk every Tuesday with Bo Marchant, covering the NFL Draft at collegetopro.com and the NFL Draft Bible, covering the Steelers for Sports Illustrated, living and running in Eastern Ohio, and on Twitter X at Bo Marchant. Here's Bo with Bryant and Brett.
Bo Marchant joins us to talk the NFL.
Game week.
Well, it is game week.
For everybody.
But I need Bo to tell me something good, because I'm not feeling good as a Cowboys fan right now. Bo, I hope you're having a better week and had a better weekend than I'm having.
Well, you know what? Today is a good day. If I have good news, if you root against the Pittsburgh Steelers, that's not good news. But if you're a Steelers fan and you tune in to Sports 56 to hear some Steeler talk, today was the first day that Aaron Rodgers really was the Aaron Rodgers that we think about. And we can allude to that a little bit more. But, yeah, the offense had a good day. And Aaron Rodgers was crisp. One particular play in 2-minute drill, and it's fun being on the sidelines and actually be able to look in his eyes and see what he's doing. And He rolled out to his right, and he baited in like 3 defenders because he was staring right at them, staring right at us. And lo and behold, you just see this no-look pass to Jalen Warren to pick up a couple yards. And I was like, man, that's the ticket right there. So Will Howard left practice early with a hand injury. We don't know the significance of that. But nonetheless, a solid day. And one of the very few days since training camp began where the offense, I think, got the better of the defense.
Okay, and I saw the depth charts are out for the Steelers, and our guy Calvin Austin is with the ones, which was cool to see.
Yeah, he is with the ones. I mean, I still think it's a tall task. I always like to refer to the Oz Hakeem, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce type situation. I think Calvin's suited best for that Oz Hakeem type role, especially in today's National Football League where you have to have an A.J. Brown, a Dante Smith, a T. Higgins, a Jamar Chase, and you got to have a real hammer opposite of DK Metcalf. So I still think I think that's a position that's still fluid as training camp goes. I know they have high hopes for Roman Wilson, but as we know, Calvin Austin, speedster, talented kid, and I'm not rooting against him, but I just think the realistic side of it is they need to address that because I think that could be something that hurts them in the long run.
Steelers Saturday night in Jacksonville, not necessarily watching for the final score, but who individually are you really looking forward to seeing what they do under the lights?
It depends if the starters play. Broderick Jones is, I think he's the most important Steeler out of all of them. One, because he's entering, I think his 3rd year, and it's critical that a left tackle becomes the franchise piece, especially as a first-round pick. So I think all the work that Broderick Jones has, if he has any, I don't know what Tomlin's going to do with these guys at this point. And then I think some of the young guys, like Keanu Benton, he had a great week, but Derek Harmon, their first-round pick this year, and then some of the secondary guys, just to see how much they play, the cohesiveness. I mean, they look great in practice, but then again, you're practicing it against the same thing every single day, so you kind of become accustomed to what you're going to see and know. Saturday night in Jacksonville, they're going to be facing the Jaguars, and it's a whole different ball game then. So, all the things you thought you liked sitting here in Latrobe, some of those things turn sour just because, they're against a different opponent. It's a different flavor. They've never tasted it, and things go awry. But, Caleb Johnson, I want to see them all. Like, I'm excited to see all 90 guys in whatever, capacity. We know TJ probably won't play, but, I just think there's a lot of pieces that have to prove themselves. Is Will Howard healthy enough to play? And if he does, how well is he going to look against, a different opponent? We know Mason Rudolph. We know Aaron Rodgers. We know Skylar Thompson. Will Howard's the only guy that we've never seen against another opponent at the National Football League level. So, again, I have a long list, but those are just a few of the names that just come off my mind at the top of my head.
I don't know where in Jacksonville. I was just there for the bowl season for Ole Miss and Duke in the Gator Bowl. I don't know where they can put 90 people in that visitors' locker room that looks very 1985-ish.
Well, you know what, they may. Even now in this, the Steelers locker room, you kind of have the auxiliary, movable lockers inside there. So, you have the ones surrounding the walls, and then there's like they look like cubicles almost. There's a cubicle of lockers spread here and spread there. And sadly, those will be going away. I think cut down day is the 28th of August, I think. And, and the next time we roll
cut,
into
right? Just one cut, right?
Yeah, one cut.
Do you like that, or did you like it better when it was staggered?
I don't know. I guess, you know what it is? I guess I like it this way because it gives everybody an opportunity. I guess it gives you the farthest, distance before the dreaded cut down day. And, so that means each day you get to wake up and partake with the team and do things. And you never know. It could be that practice where you do something really impressive or another guy gets hurt and you're already there and they feel comfortable with you. So I don't think it diminishes any of these guys. And if you're going to get cut, you're going to get cut. And if a team wants you after a cut down day, they're going to sign you. It doesn't matter if it's on the 5th, the 10th, the 18th, the 28th, or September 12th. They're going to get after it. So I like it. And you know me, I'm all for, these guys having jobs and getting to do what they love to do. I mean, it's a sad time to think a lot of these young men are never going to be able to do what they love to do, and they've been doing it all their lives.
No, absolutely. All right, Bo. Let's get to the story. My Dallas Cowboys. What's going on? What's going on out there at camp with Micah Parsons and this contract and him saying he doesn't want to be a Dallas Cowboy anymore?
Well, I mean, Myles Garrett did say that. He did. He did say that in negotiations, and then his next, message was how much he loves the organization, and he never wanted to go anywhere there. So there's a little bit of that going on, and I could see where Micah Parsons is, a little bit deterred from being happy with the team right now, the way things are going. But this is Jerry Jones and the way he does things, and these negotiations usually don't go well for him because he pays late and he pays too much. So, but again, nobody else is going to tell him otherwise. I don't know if you know this stat, but I was looking at the numbers right before we went on because I'm thinking, Micah Parsons and where's this guy at compared to DeMarcus Ware? DeMarcus Ware's first 4 seasons in Dallas, he finished with 53.5 sacks, one more than what Micah Parsons has. So, I mean, Hall of Fame caliber, we know that from the start, but he's 1 sack behind what DeMarcus Ware has, during his first 4 seasons in Dallas. So you got to get this guy signed. He's, and you think about earlier, like Brian Schottenheimer put Dak's locker room next to Micah Parsons' locker room. It's supposed to be, team bonding and building a culture of winning and less distractions. And so far, how many off seasons has it been where, we had the Dak stuff, then we had the CeeDee Lamb stuff, and now we're in year 3 and we're in the Micah Parsons stuff. So and again, nobody's going to tell Jerry Jones otherwise, and that's a little bit of the problem because, all the power rests in Jerry Jones, and sometimes when it's not working, it kind of sets that organization back, and we've seen it during the postseason play. They're just not a caliber up to the other teams in that league.
So, Bo, the $1 million question, should my owner, Jerry Jones, said, don't lose any sleep over it. Should I be losing sleep over this Micah Parsons situation?
No, he's still there.
Not a
so,
week.
I mean, I think this is just part of it. It's just part of negotiations. And, I don't think we've reached that critical point where you got to start saying, hey, Mayday, Mayday, time to get rid of your 11 Cowboys jersey. I think you can rest assured that,
Brian has one.
I've got one. I'm keeping it over to the side right now.
And if they start 1-0, it will be on the Monday after that.
Exactly right.
Yeah.
Maybe that Friday.
I mean, there's, what? First of all, you got to think of the king's ransom that a team would have to give up to acquire Micah Parsons. Even Myles Garrett and T.J. Watt, as great as they are, we know they're there in the last half and the twilight of their careers. Micah Parsons, he's about to blossom. I mean, this kid is that good, and he's ready to get to that next step. No problem. He's a team leader, high character guy. So, I mean, he has all the everything's in his favor. There's nothing that's not in his favor in terms of getting a big money deal. So it's a matter of time. And again, I don't think any team could really cough up what could satisfy the Cowboys in terms of, unless it got to the point where they knew this was never going to happen. But I think in his heart of hearts, Parsons wants to be there. The heart of hearts, the Cowboys want him to be there. But this is just Jerry Jones doing what Jerry Jones, dragging his feet, thinking this somehow he's going to get this miraculous discount or whatever he perceives to think he's going to get. He's not going to get it. And at the end of the day, Bryant, what's going to happen is Micah Parsons is probably going to sign with the Dallas Cowboys and become the highest paid defender in the league, second only to the quarterback.
What did you see in Canton between the Chargers and the Lions that will stay with you?
Trey Lance show.
Yeah, the Trey Lance show. The thing that'll stay with me, and I went to the Chargers locker room afterwards, and you can't be in two places at one time. But I just thought the way that the Detroit Lions looked, they didn't look like a good football team. And when we know it's preseason and the stars weren't in, but I mean, my big question to Campbell is, he has no Aaron Glenn, he has no Ben Johnson. What was it like working in the headset? Those are the familiar voices that you hear, and they're not there anymore. I think that has to have some sort of, it has to hamper
it's a lot
something.
Of new.
Yeah, I mean, that's a lot of comfortability, and not only the comfortability he had with them, but the success that they had as a trio. So again, preseason, but that's the thing I took away from it was the way that the Lions, the special teams play, the way that they coughed up the ball right from the get-go. I mean, it was bad. And nice to see Trey Lance. I mean, it was fun seeing Harbaugh, patting him, slapping him on the shoulder pads, getting him ready to go in that game. Oh, you know what? Actually, this is the other thing. Harbaugh, I don't know their specific count, but I know that offensive line for Los Angeles, I think they were in from play one to darn near the end of that game. I was impressed by that. I mean, a lot of those Chargers guys had a workout that night. You figure they're doing some reps in camp. It's probably been a long time since those guys had to play almost the full four quarters, and they came pretty darn close to that Thursday night last week.
Chargers will open against the Chiefs in the Sao Paulo game, that Friday night, September 5th game, and then the Lions open at Lambeau Field on Sunday afternoon, 3:25 CBS game, that opening Sunday. If I'm the Lions, I much prefer opening against the Packers and playing them in September than I do closing against them in January at Lambeau.
Yeah, I agree with that statement. When you said those two games, I'm like, man, I like the Chargers in that Chiefs game, and even the Packers game. I like the Lions in that because we just don't know what Jordan Love is going to show up. If the great Jordan Love shows up, they're going to be in the game. If lousy Jordan Love doesn't show up, then they're out of it. So yeah, but it was a good. But football's football. It's fun being around there. Yeah. It's just a good time, and it's just to think that this is the second week of preseason football is kind of amazing to think about.
Everybody playing this week. There a lot of games Saturday.
Yeah, there is a lot of games Saturday, and that's a weird because usually they like that's almost like a half and half. Because I know during preseason, just covering the Steelers, I always got to like mark it down in my count my phone because I get confused. I just assume it's a Saturday, but it could be a Sunday, it could be a Friday. Sometimes, so it's debatable, but yeah, heavy dose of football on Saturday.
Yeah, watching that Hall of Fame game last week, obviously getting the A team from NBC was fun, and listening to what they were saying. But Chris Collinsworth made a comment during that game that I really liked. He said, when you talk about this Detroit Lions team, the one name they don't want to hear throughout the season is Ben Johnson, because that means that their offense is really struggling. And we're talking about, what they could be if they still had Ben Johnson as their offensive coordinator. We know it's going to look different for the Lions this year, and it was kind of, obviously hard to see on in that Hall of Fame game because we didn't see any of the starters out there. But how do you think this Lions team will look without Ben Johnson as the offensive coordinator?
I think that's anyone's guess. I mean, I don't think it's going to be too far-fetched from, what they have done internally in terms of success and what Dan Campbell wants to do. I mean, all the pieces are in place. I'm sure there'll be little different wrinkles and different things maybe he can envision. And, who knows? Maybe the offense becomes better. I don't question the Lions being one of the best teams, but, in terms of Johnson and Glenn not being there, I think that's significant. I always look at a team that's good, and I think some of those, you have great players, but a lot of times it's great coaches, like think of Steve Spagnuolo in Kansas City with Andy Reid and, the way that they can, master up a defensive plan while Andy does his offensive stuff. So I think it's important to have them, but I do think there will be hiccups, and it's just the way we are in the media and just the way people are. The first hiccup or first quarter that they don't score a touchdown or something along those lines, it'll definitely be brought up about Ben Johnson. I mean, and that's just the way it is, and they'll have to squash that by playing well early and playing well often to kind of diminish where, Ben Johnson. And I'll say this, if the Bears are rolling early offensively, then, and the Lions aren't rolling like the Bears are, say, offensively, regardless of wins, losses, I think that's when they're like, the comparisons will start. But I think that's a storyline, and I think it's a fair storyline. You're talking about one of the best teams and one of the best offenses in the league, and their offensive coordinator went to another team. So, I think it's fair to say, hey, what's the difference going to be heading into this new year?
And everybody's saying if Ben Johnson can't get it out of Caleb Williams, it may not be there in the NFL. And reports of marginal play so far in Bears camp. The Bears play Sunday afternoon against the Dolphins. I don't know how much he'll play, but everything is being scrutinized. Are you more worried about Caleb Williams Or are you more worried about Justin Fields with the Jets?
Oh, well, I mean, listen, I don't think that, I mean, Justin Fields to me is Justin Fields. You know, he is what he is. I don't think.
We're not getting any more than that out of him.
Yeah, you're not going to, I mean, you're hoping for 160 yards passing, no turnovers. He's going to run for 60 yards, make a highlight run, and people are going to be happy with it. Yeah, but, you know, when the game gets crazy and you're down 15 and you got to move the ball, it's not going to happen. Listen, I'm sold on Caleb Williams. I think the world of him. I think the world of Ben Johnson and this offense and what the Bears have done offensively. I mean, I don't know if there's a team I'm more excited about than the Bears and Caleb Williams, along with Ben Johnson and the arsenal of pieces that they have surrounded him with. And with the Jets, you know, you got Garrett Wilson. He's great. Breece Hall. You know, you take Mason Taylor, the son of Jason Taylor there. Out of LSU, he looks like a good fit, but
I'm glad
nonetheless,
he's gone.
You know,
I've seen enough of him in college.
Yeah, Justin Fields. Again, I don't. It's just what it is. I mean, listen, and then I think the money speaks for itself too. If he was if he was an elite quarterback, he would have got elite money. When you get 30-some million or whatever he got, I know the contract was bigger, but per season, that kind of lets you say, hey, this is where we think you are. This is what you are to us as a team. You know, you are the starter.
That's your value.
But that's your value, and that's why other guys get more. If Nick Herbig, as great as Nick Herbig is, and I love him, if he hit the open market today or wanted to renegotiate his contract, he's not going to get anything near Micah Parsons, and it's not a knock on Nick, and it's not a knock on Justin. But I mean, what year are we in with Justin Fields, and there's still that daydream where the MAC's just going to happen, and he's going to revisit his Ohio State days, and it's not going to happen. But I love talking about it because I'm curious of when it'll stop, when people be like, you know what, there's not much with Justin Fields. Let's move on.
I wish we had, and we're going to do this next year when we do these divisions. I wish we had graded every one of them in the preseason, and I'm saving all our picks and to look back. But I wish we'd graded today's assignment, NFC West. I would give that a solid B, maybe A, across the board for these quarterbacks. What do y'all think?
I think that's a fair assessment.
Yeah, I'd rank it pretty high, I'd say.
You got a Super Bowl winner, a Super Bowl participant. You've got a record setter from last year, a Heisman Trophy winner that we kind of keep waiting for his breakout year. So we rank our quarterbacks. Bryant, you start.
All right, I'll start us off. I will go from 4 up to 1. I'm going to go Sam Darnold at 4. I'm going to go Brock Purdy 3, Kyler Murray 2, and Matt Stafford number 1.
Matt Stafford number 1. We'll go alphabetical order. We'll go to Connor Davis.
All right.
I have Sam Darnold at 4, Kyler Murray at 3, Brock Purdy at 2, and Matthew Stafford at 1.
Okay, tough so far. Bo.
I have exactly what Brian had. I have Darnold 4, I have Sam Darnold 3, I have Murray 2, and Matthew Stafford 1.
You have Murray 2?
Yeah, I like Murray.
I do too.
Okay.
I'm a big Murray guy.
Okay.
You know what? I'm not convinced.
I'm ready to be.
He was my fantasy quarterback last year, Bo, and man, he put up some numbers.
At 26 touchdown passes last year.
And had, I think, 5 or 6 rushing touchdowns, something like that.
Guys, I've got Murray 4.
Whoa.
I've got Sam Darnold 3, Purdy 2.
Yeah.
Are we forgetting what Purdy did?
Do it with another team, not named the 49ers.
But he's not on another team.
Yeah, but I mean, good Lord. I mean, you put me back there at the quarterback position for the 49ers, I'd win a Super Bowl, or at least appear in one. I mean, good Lord.
Well, we thought that until last year that we thought Shanahan could do that. I have Purdy 2, Stafford 1.
Okay. I like it. I think it's good. I mean, I think this is a good division where you can go in a lot of different orders and have these guys.
But
Murray,
you know what?
I think
I still wait for more from Murray.
I give you that. I do think there could be more from Murray. I think that team's developing. I think, and we'll find out eventually, but I think this is one of the few ones that if any one of those guys, I know we listed them 1 through 4, but I don't think Sam Darnold is awful. I don't think Purdy is awful. Murray or Stafford,
No, I agree.
If in the middle of the season, all my rankings were actually opposite, and we did this again, and I went like, you know what? It's this, and this. I want to be shocked because, like you mentioned, this is almost an A group of quarterbacks. So you're going to get wonderful quarterback play for most of the part all season for all four of these teams. So, and I think that's a bonus of the NFC West that, it's a good caliber of quarterback, and you have a good caliber of quarterback. You should have a good division. So that's the thing. I think it's a deep quarterback group compared to especially some of the classes or the groups we did in the previous week. There's some holes in these franchises.
True. Both of those Souths, NFC and AFC South.
Yeah. We did the South, and plus we did both of them in one day. You really get a glimpse of what divisions lack quarterbacks. It's easy to go there.
You really do. Well, Bo, it's going to be a fun weekend watching all these preseason games. Next week when you join us, we'll be recapping all these preseason games.
And final rankings.
Holy cow.
Final rankings. Can you believe that? 8 of them.
Yeah. And, hey, let's cross our fingers. I'm crossing my fingers now. I don't want anybody to hurt.
Nobody.
But I'm going to say this. Yeah. Don't let the studs get hurt. We need them.
No. We definitely need them. Bo, enjoy the weekend, and we'll talk to you again next Tuesday.
Stay safe, gentlemen.
Thank you, Bo.
Bo Marchant joining us like he does every week, talk to the NFL.
Sam Darnold, y'all write that off the total fluke last year.
I just need to see it again.
Yeah, back-to-back years. Then I'll believe.
I thought that was going to be him out of SC.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. I think
that
a lot
Rose
of
Bowl.
did.
Yeah. Wow.
It was incredible. And so to see what he did, getting to the NFL, and like we talk about with a lot of quarterbacks.
Jets eat up a lot of them.
They sure do, and we've seen it. I mean, time and time again, we go down a long list of quarterbacks that haven't figured it out getting to the NFL. Some just don't figure it out at all. Some guys, it takes them 4 or 5 years, and then they really figure it out. And we'll see if that happens with Sam Darnold. But I got to see another year of it.
Well, Joe Namath cashed that guarantee in, and it's been not much since.
No, it really hasn't been. So no, we will see. If he can do it again this year with the Seahawks, and then hey, if he does it this year and we do our rankings again next year, I might put him ahead of Brock Purdy. How about that?
You like my great idea?
I like that. I think give both the Souths an F.
Of course, no
and then,
plus and minus.
No, of course not. We don't do pluses and minuses around here.
No cop outs.
Absolutely not. Well, before we get to another break, let me remind you about our 5 o'clock sponsor. It's Jaguar Land Rover Bluff City. Jaguar Bluff City has been the premier Jaguar dealership for the greater Memphis area since 1984, and their talented team is ready to help you find your next perfect vehicle at unbeatable rates. Swing by Jaguar Land Rover Bluff City today and check out the new 2025 models like the 2025 Range Rover Sport, the 2025 Range Rover Velar, and the 2025 Defender. Test drive the Range Rover Sport, where luxury meets performance. It's a perfect mix of style, performance, and versatility, with options ranging from 360 horsepower up to 635. It's also available as a plug-in hybrid electric vehicle with $7,500 federal tax credit when leased with approved credit. Take a look at the Range Rover Velar, powered by mild hybrid technology and enhanced with the latest well-being features and fully connected entertainment system. The Range Rover Velar is the ultimate luxury compact crossover. Purchase yours today and get special 4.4% for 72 months financing available with approved credit. Don't forget about the Defender, available in multiple models to fit your needs. The Defender is built for the modern explorer, and Jaguar Bluff City is offering special interest rates for 60 and 72 months on various models. Give them a call, 877-259-6169. Go online to JaguarBluffCity.com, but head out there and test drive these vehicles. 6335 Wheel Cove, just off of Quince, for Bluff City Jaguar. Let's get to another break, and when we return, we'll talk about what's trending.
Add a little fun to your lunch break. Join Johnny Radio for Sports 56 Happy Hour from 11 to 1 every weekday on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Since 1948, in the Alley, the Rendezvous. I'm with John Virgos. John, what's going on in the Rendezvous?
Brett, after 76 years, we've decided to expand our product line. Anyone who's tasted our ribs is familiar with our vinegar base. It's now available in a 32-ounce jar. It's so good to baste or marinate all meats. I even put a little bit on turnip greens. Something we've been using at the restaurant or at our house has been the Greek seasoning. My father was a cook, but my mother was a chef. And she was the one that put Greek seasoning on everything from a Mediterranean diet or a steak. My mom used it on soup, salad, veggies, fish, any meats. It's a great seasoning and a flavor enhancer. My brother Nick figured out salt and pepper was more than just McCormick's and Morton's. He's come up with a perfect blend we use to coat our shoulders and our brisket, and he used to make it for his friends as Christmas gifts, and they loved it. All these these products are available at the Rendezvous or online for shipping as gifts and in many grocery stores. And if they're not in your favorite grocery store, ask your grocer to stock it.
A beloved family affair and still going strong since 1948, the Rendezvous.
Here's what sets NST Law apart. They don't just work in Memphis, they ride for Memphis. From school fundraisers to courtroom battles, they show up where it matters. And when someone in this city gets hurt, NST goes toe-to-toe with insurance giants. No fear, no favors. It's not just the law to them, it's loyalty. And if you ever need backup after a crash, NST's got your back. NST is the way to go. Call 683-7000 or check out nstlaw.com.
Newsflash! Family Leisure needs your help. Family Leisure has a warehouse full of inventory, and they need it cleaned out. Do your part to make room for new items, and you get great deals on almost everything. Listen up. All in-stock patio furniture, it's up to 80% off. You can get a 4-piece deep seating set for under $1,000. Chaise lounges. You buy one and you're going to need another, and that other one will be one half off. All Pollywood furniture, it's now 20 to 30% off. You buy any dining table, you're going to get an umbrella absolutely free, and they're not cheap. Now, is financing available? You better believe it. Special financing is a go. To sum it all up, Family Leisure has got to clear out its warehouse inventory, which means you're going to rack up the savings. Help Family Leisure clear out the warehouse. Family Leisure, Whitten Road at I-40, where family and fun come together to clean out the warehouse.
Listen up, sports fans. Your next winning drive is at Landers Ford in Collierville. That's right. The iconic Landers Easy Pass always delivers more for your trade and their biggest discounts on your next winning drive. See it all now at LandersFordMemphis.com. Plus, when you own a Landers Ford, you get the support of a certified service tech who comes right to your driveway with the Landers Ford Remote Service Experience Program. They'll pick it up, drop it off, or fix it on the spot. At Landers Ford in Collierville, they have a game plan to find you the most savings possible. You can make a trade and possibly lower your payments. They'll even buy your current vehicle even if you don't buy from them. It's a tradition fans all across the Mid-South love. New Fords and quality pre-owned models are arriving every day. Beat the rush. Go see them today in Collierville or online at LandersFordMemphis.com. And now from the 1977 Ole Miss football team that beat number 1 ranked Notre Dame, ladies and gentlemen, the final play of the day comes from President of Landers Ford in Collierville, Don Kitchens.
If it doesn't say Landers, you paid too much. Negative equity will be applied to new car loan.
Top Gun is the largest indoor range in the Mid-South, but size isn't their only difference. Top Gun has the best instructors with over 300 years combined experience and classes all the way from first shot to master marksmanship. Plus, Top Gun is affordable. Gold membership is just $48 a month. That's just $1.60 a day for unlimited range time, free gun rentals with purchase of ammo, and members lounge access. Top Gun, 2770 Whitten Road and TopGunMemphis.com. Always shoot with the best. Top Gun Memphis.
This traffic report brought to you by Salt Sports Bar and Bistro, 3101 South Minute Hall Road, where great food meets the big game.
Sports 56 traffic.
Good afternoon. Midtown traffic really starting to pick up in the last few minutes. I-40 over here at Chelsea. I-40 at Danny Thomas going westbound across the I-40 bridge back over into West Memphis. It's right on schedule, actually, as it gets a little bit heavier with more volume on 40 East from Sycamore View Road all the way out past Germantown Parkway. Weimer's Jewelry, your diamond engagement ring headquarters this bridal season. Stop by and see David this week at Weimer's Jewelry on Highway 64. I'm Commander Chuck, giving you on-time traffic.
Now, back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour brought to you by Jaguar Land Rover Bluff City. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
Here comes the hero man, says he's a people man.
Welcome back in Sports Time. Bryant and Brett with you as we got about 30 minutes left in today's show. We got to talk about what's trending and something that we haven't had a chance to get to today, but the news that came out last night, really sad news, the passing of former Tiger basketball player, Tiger great, Doom Haynes, who passed away last night, reported by both the Commercial Appeal and the Daily Memphian. Played with the Tigers from 1980 to 84, died at the age of 63 on Sunday. So really sad news there for Tiger basketball.
It sure is. Northside High, great player. I think Marion Brewer was his his coach, a longtime great coach of Northside. And Doom Haynes, he was in the class 2 years before Keith Lee. Keith Lee's freshman year was 81, 82. But getting Doom Haynes to stay home the year before was big for Coach Dana Kirk, who I was particularly fond of and close with and knew the whole story. And I think one of his favorite stories, it's been told a million times about Doom Haynes, tough guy, dependable, great teammate, great player, bank shot extraordinary. Everybody knew that about him. I don't know anybody that called him Philip. I mean, Doom was like his legal name.
That's great.
It really was. And that's when, like Magic, that's when you know you got a keeper nickname. When almost your own family call you back. But Coach Dana Kirk told the story one year. The Tigers were playing an NCAA tournament game in Louisville at Freedom Hall. Then, Louisville couldn't be there because they were the host school.
Sure.
And the Tigers, by virtue of being the better seed, they had the option, and they took it, to take U of L's locker room that was much nicer than the other locker room, maybe one or two others. Well, John Thompson at that time, with a massive force of ego that he was, they got to the arena and just camped out and kind of took it over. And Coach Kirk really liked Big John a lot. And they were friends, but he didn't want to be done like that. So he goes to the site director and says, look, we're supposed to be in there. Well, one thing leads to another, and the Georgetown guys and the Memphis guys are all but nose to nose on, you get your stuff and get out. That's our locker room. And kind of had to be held back. And somebody's kind of talking down Doom Haynes, and Doom Haynes went, don't those guys know I'm from Northside? Like guys from D.C. would know where he went to high school.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's great. I love that.
But it, fun, colorful figure.
Yeah, no, it really is. I mean, you look at, what he did on the court, average 12.3 points per game, 2.6 rebounds, 1.6 assists per game. That was throughout his entire 4-year college career. You look at where he sits in Tiger basketball history, 7th in school history in career made field goals, 10th in career minutes played, 13 in career points. So, I mean, a guy that absolutely had an impact on Tiger basketball. And so, obviously, very sad news with his passing. And, I mean, you talk about a guy that finished his career in 84 and still in the top 15 in scoring is remarkable. So
and secretly, quietly, what he would do on the defensive end, because Coach Kirk, like most of the greats, he was defense first. If you didn't play on that end,
that's right.
You don't get shots on the other.
Yeah, so no, definitely a really good. And obviously, well before my time when he suited up for Memphis State.
Your parents know.
Oh yeah, but no, I mean, seeing all this stuff.
I'll tell you who else would know.
Who's that?
Penny Hardaway.
Oh, absolutely.
You know, as a young guy, he adored those teams.
Definitely.
And followed them like we all did, and it was such a tie, a link, because it was all so local. I mean, you had Bobby Parks was mostly local, and John Wilfong, a great member of those teams, and I know John has to be very sad at the loss of another Baskerville Holmes, who gone way too soon, long time ago, and more every year, and it's why you really have to celebrate and enjoy those fond times. And Tiger basketball, rich with all those memories. That was just such a great time. I know old folks always say this about their time, but I do think the 80s really was the golden age of college basketball.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, you look at some of those teams, some of those players, some of those coaches. I mean, it's as good as it gets.
Right, you just can't believe. I tell you, any old timer that goes on and on about the Coliseum, it is not the fish story. It's legit.
Yeah, no, I believe that. I certainly believe that. But definitely sad news with the passing of Doom Haynes, and I don't know what they have in store, but I'm sure.
And remember, averaging 12. That may not sound like a lot, but I would say team average was only around 65 or 68 in that
very
stretch.
Different time. Just with the game, very different time of kind of how you used players throughout their career. I mean,
first option down the court was 24 from left Memphis. Keith Lee.
That's exactly right. So, no, but definitely sad news, and I'm sure Tiger basketball will find a way to honor him during the basketball season. And we always talk about the great job they do with honoring anybody at Tiger basketball. I'm sure it will be a good
Brian,
good show.
And the 50-year celebration a few years ago, well, in 23, of the 73 team and how that kind of rolled out all year. It's time to do that for the 85 team.
Yeah. No, it absolutely is. It absolutely is. And that'd be a lot of fun. You know, we always talk about it. I love when they bring back the old guys and honor those teams and honor different players. And I think, you look the last couple of years, I think Tiger basketball has done a really nice job of, they'll just get in contact with, maybe not get in contact with the whole team, but hey, get in contact with one player, bring him back for a game, honor him on the Jumbotron.
And wave the crowd.
Really, really cool. And you can feel it whenever that player is honored, that, there's a buzz in the arena with everyone kind of remembering those players. So they definitely do a really, really nice job. How about those Cardinals last night?
I didn't stay up for it.
Oh, Brett!
Best Cardinal fan ever. Didn't stay up for it.
It was win of the season, Brett.
Was it?
I'm gonna steal your phrase.
I know it got wild in the ninth.
Win of the year. It was incredible.
Woke up to the highlights. I gave up it was partly cloudy about fourth inning.
Those West Coast games, Brett, they get late. You gotta get that when you don't drink coffee. You gotta get that Coke last night.
Wrong
late
week
night.
for me for a left coast trip in a year, just playing out the string on August 5th.
Definitely not, and especially these next couple of days. I don't know how locked in you'll be to those games. I mentioned your
Joe Romero,
hey JoJo,
lockdown ninth inning man,
2 save opportunities, 2 saves. I mean, who needed Ryan Helsley? Honestly. But
what has Matt's done so far?
That's a great question.
Anything? I haven't looked.
I haven't either. I have not.
I know Helsley. They're using him in the 8th.
They are, yeah.
When they've used him,
they've got the Super Bowl pin over there with the Mets. So let's see what Steven Matz is doing. Steven Matz with Boston. He 2 appearances, 2 innings, has not allowed a hit yet. So
that's why they got him.
Good for him. Good for Steven Matz. I wonder how we checked in on Phil Maton yet. Has he been doing anything?
I think Phil Maton's going to be a star.
I think so too. I think he's going to have a good career.
He had about 2 bobbles all year with the Cardinals.
Sure did.
Maybe 3.
2 innings for him, 2 appearances, and has given up no hits and has recorded a hold. So good for Phil Maton.
Why they were all very much desired.
That's exactly right. That's why those teams wanted them, and hey, they're playing their role. Unlike some other guys that were
and now
added
the whole
at the deadline.
back and forth in St. Louis. Did they get enough? Well, let's see. Give it a little time.
Yeah, it's so hard with baseball when you're a seller of kind of that return, how good it is, because
you're scared to get fleeced.
Sure. Well, you're scared to get fleeced, and really, how much do you really know about these prospects? These guys that are playing high A ball.
And everybody overdoes it.
Oh, all the time.
Talking about the fish store.
Yeah. Man, it's...
Every left-hander, Steve Carlson.
Yep. And so, you never know what you're going to get, especially with these guys who are really
at worst, maybe Sandy Koufax.
That's right. Yeah, at worst.
Yeah.
At worst. But nothing worse than that. I mentioned your Coke intake and how you gotta drink that late night Coke if you're gonna stay up for the Dodgers game. Darian and I proposed a Coke counter for the next 3 days at the FedEx St. Jude Championship.
For me?
For you. How many Cokes do you think you will drink tomorrow? Just tomorrow through Friday. Just the 3 days that we'll be on air out at TPC.
Oh, we can go easy for a day. That's baseline.
Is that for a day? Like when we sign off at 6 o'clock, you have.
No, that's not going to be the last one.
But I'm saying that's at least you
probably
at least
get 1
have
to go.
4. Well, that's true. But you'll at least have 4 in the system.
Well, I have my by 8:39 my version of Coke or coffee.
That's
Coke.
right. Yeah.
Definitely at noon. 1 or 2 during show, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yeah, I would say so.
So it could.
Brett, I'm afraid you're gonna
dangerously high.
I'm afraid you're gonna overindulge because it's the first year and you're so excited about having Coke at the golf tournament.
I've already talked about it with him.
You have.
I've told him how happy. I was
you've talked about it on here probably more than you should with how excited you are. So I think we need a
Would
Coke
be a lot
counter.
of sweating too, a lot of walking.
We'll be got to get a water in there at some point,
Yeah.
Brett. With all that walking, with all that heat, get some water in there. What are you gonna start sweating Coke? I mean, good Lord.
So today I was at Southwind and talked to a nice lady that works with the tour on a lot of cardio, physio, etc. And I told her that how much I walk and that I'm always sore. I never work the soreness out. And she told me some things to try and do, and then she said, what about water intake? I said almost none. I said I don't like water or milk, and she said, well, that's an issue.
Maybe we found the problem. You see me, I got my big old jug with
But
me
I don't
today.
drink alcohol.
Well, that's
so-
good. You at least got part of the part of the
it
problem
used to
out
be
of the way.
Jack and Coke.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, hey, it was way worse than just a Coke. But so we figured that out a little bit.
Yeah.
But maybe a little more water in there. Have you ever tried like a Propel or something like that, like a flavored water?
No, it's too exotic.
Too exotic. I like it.
Not gonna try any stuff.
No,
like that.
no, definitely not flavor. Connor likes Propel. I mean, he'll drink regular water, but he's a big Propel guy. He likes the flavor.
I did. I told a tour official, I said, it's about time to have red can 12-ounce
here we go.
Coca-Colas out there.
We're ready.
Who drinks a Pepsi? They're too sweet.
Yeah, I can't tell you the last time I had a Pepsi. Well, I mean, I can't tell you the last time I had a
Now,
Coke either. But.
you know the standing thing for both of us is always, if you get by the media room, bring something to the other one.
That's right, yeah.
So anytime you think you're around there, just bring me a Coke.
Just grab a Coke for you, and I'll bring it down there. Make sure we're stocked up at the table. Make sure if you're out there these next couple of days, stop by, say hello. We'll be in the hub right there on 18, and we'll have a ton of fun.
What was
all the shows
Darian's
will be out
count
there.
number for me?
Well, we didn't say it. We wanted to like have either a whiteboard or like something on the stream that we're constantly updating how many Cokes you've drank over these next 3 days.
And I finished every one.
Oh no, you absolutely do. You're not leaving any. You're not leaving any at all. So, but we're gonna have a lot of fun at the tournament these next couple of days. Last thing I wanted to get to. It sounds like we talked about preseason, and I do not know when this team plays this weekend, but it looks like there are reports out there that Shedeur Sanders will start for the Brownies in week 1 of the preseason.
They play.
Can't even find the NFL tab on here.
Here we go. They play
Friday night.
Friday.
Yeah, NFL Network game against on the road against the Panthers. So that will be everybody will be tuned into that. Tune into NFL Network, and
so we'll see some.
We will
a little Bryce Young, won't we?
I think we'll see some Bryce Young.
And a lot of Shedeur.
We'll see a lot of Shedeur. Well, I mean, honestly, I don't know how much Shedeur we'll see. They've got like 15 quarterbacks on that roster. I mean,
they got to sort something out.
Got to figure something out. And man, I don't love all the options they have, but no, it's gonna be fun this weekend watching all the football action, and that will be what ESPN brings you. NFL Network. I don't know. I mean, that's.
I love this headline at ESPN. Why Stephen A. is disgusted with Jerry Jones over Micah Parsons' situation.
Stephen A., join the club. I mean,
how long do you think Jerry Jones has sweated Stephen A. being disgusted?
Not a second.
We just talked about it longer
exactly.
than he cares.
Longer than he's even thought about Stephen A. That is for sure. Well, let's get to our final break of the day, and when we return, we'll wrap up today's show with Moe's and Crunch Time and Humdinger's Crunch Time.
Join the voice of the Tigers, Dave Woloshin, for Wolo and Friends. Weekday mornings from 10 to 11 here on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Crunch Time is brought to you by Humdinger's Taco Tuesday. Enjoy crunchy slaw, grilled fish, and chicken, and the best taco sauce in town. $2 tacos all day. The best deal in town.
Everything today is technologically based. Well, except maybe you. If you're struggling with tech, no matter what kind, call Tech For You. Tech For You for TVs, home theaters, cameras, smart locks, digital storage, and more. Tech For You makes it simple and affordable. Call 697-9695. Make your home safe, comfortable, and up to date with Tech For You. Stop struggling with tech. Call 697-9695. Veteran-owned and operated Tech For You. Technology simplified.
Memphis is a love song to soul and style. With the full suite of sought-after designers, brilliant natural diamonds, an elegant bar, luxury VIP lounge, and more, a trip to our store is an experience like no other. Just like the city we love. Stop by any of our stores or visit sissyslogcabin.com and experience Sissy's for yourself. Memphis is our home, and we're your jeweler.
Sissy's Log Cabin, because life's too short for ordinary jewelry.
Hey, it's Crash Gladys from Speed Freaks. Are you still paying full price for gas? Stop leaving money behind. Get real cash back every time you fill up with the free Upside app. Simply download the free Upside app in the App Store or Google Play right now and start earning cash at the pump today. Use limited time promo code ADULT and get an extra 25 cents back per gallon on your first fill up. Listeners are making $200 to $300 a year just from buying the gas they already needed. Don't wait. Download the free Upside app now and use promo code ADULT to redeem your 25 cent per gallon bonus. That's promo code ADULT. Yeah, at first I thought it was too good to be true, but it's completely legit. Plus, you can cash out anytime. Don't let this offer drive on by. Download the free Upside app now by using limited time promo code ADULT. That's promo code ADULT for a limited time 25 cents per gallon bonus. Offers vary by user and location. Go to upside.com for terms and conditions.
Nestled in the heart of East Memphis, located corner of Park and Cherry, is a beautiful residential neighborhood. I'm here at Town Village Audubon Park interviewing a new resident, Carolyn. Share with us why you chose Town Village.
Well, if your parents or special friends need to make that big move, let me share with you my experience. It was tough for me to leave home, but then I discovered Town Village. I would like to highly recommend Town Village to you and your loved ones. After looking at all the amenities and meeting all the people and staff, I was hooked. From restaurant, bistro, 3 meals per day, housekeeping, transportation, security, health care, physical therapy, exercise room, and even a heated pool and spa. Come see us and make your new home at Town Village.
Visit us and call Daniel at Town Village Audubon Park at 901-374-7342. There's no place like home, Town Village.
It's time to get loud, y'all. The FedEx St. Jude Championship kicks off August 6th through 10th. Don't miss your chance to watch the competition unfold as the PGA Tour's top 70 players take on TPC Southwind. Experience unmatched energy, fun fan activities at every corner, delicious Memphis bites, and much more. Get your front row seat to all the drama. Tickets are on sale now at FedExChampionship.com. Kids 15 and under get in free with a ticketed adult.
Now, back to Sports Time on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. This hour brought to you by Jaguar Land Rover Bluff City. Here once again are Brett Norsworthy and Bryant Dacus.
This is pretty cool, and we're just getting started, so.
Spanning the globe.
Go crazy, folks! Go crazy!
This is for all the biggest crunch time.
You are looking live. In your life have you seen anything like that? Goodbye! Hello, Haskell.
It's obviously crunch time.
Hammer, nail, coffin. This baby is over.
Well, Brett, what I learned today is we have tee time for the FedEx St. Jude Championship. We talked about them earlier this afternoon, but it is, anytime you look, you're going to see a good golfer out there. We talked about, obviously, with the top 70, but it is going to be some great play over these next 4 days, starting on Thursday. And, I mean, really, from early in the morning until early in the afternoon, you will see a marquee name teeing off out there at TPC Southwind. We talked about Scotty Scheffler, world number one, getting some favorable times, getting world number one times. You know, if you're the best golfer in the world on the PGA Tour, these are the times that you should be getting. A 12:45 start time on Thursday, and then about a 9:45 start time on Friday. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Really looking forward to getting out there tomorrow, and then all the action getting started on Thursday.
It will be a fun day tomorrow. You're right. On Thursday, it starts for real. What I learned, we're talking about Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs with Todd Lebo, and they still have Andy Reid, they still have Patrick Mahomes, they still have Kelsey, they still have Chris Jones, they still have plenty left. But the most question around them is they can't not go 15-2 again. They won't do that. They did lose in the Super Bowl, but they got to the Super Bowl. Remember life before Andy Reid. The two head coaches of the Chiefs before Andy Reid, Romeo Crennel. Todd Haley. You remember Todd Haley?
I remember Todd Haley.
And before that,
former showboat coach Todd Haley.
Before that, goofy Herm Edwards.
Yeah, well, hey, yeah. So it hadn't all been great, but hey, as of late, it has been really,
There's no
really
perspective
good. No, definitely not. Definitely not. And speaking of no perspective in sports, it feels like there's never any calmness, level-headedness. I don't know what word to describe it, but what I could have done without today, Brett, is everywhere you look in the NFL at camps, teams are either going to be the best team ever or they're really, really bad, and there's concerns all over the place.
I don't think NFL media is as bad as college media on pumping sunshine.
They're not, but I would say the teams themselves are almost worse at doing that.
Oh, really?
I just think like the coaches come out and it's grown men out here, so maybe they tell it a little more straight. It's a job. It is now. I guess we are seeing that change in college, but it feels like a lot of these coaches in college, a lot of these quarterbacks coming after camp, they're going, we were terrible today. We're not very good right now, offensively, defensively, whatever it might be. But hey, we still got a lot of time before the regular season starts, so everybody needs to calm down. RELAX, relax.
Most of the NFL camps that we've been to a lot. Most of them talk about kind of in the NFL, 9-8.
Oh, yeah.
10-7 is not so bad.
Not so bad. That's a playoff team right there. I mean, that's a great year.
College, everybody's going 10-2.
Everybody's undefeated.
I could have done without the St. Louis baseball Cardinals. They're going nowhere. We'll probably finish with a losing
win of
record.
the year, Brett. Last night, you wouldn't have this as what you could have done without if you watched the end of that game last night.
But we talk about them like they're the Pirates and the Rockies.
That's true.
That's
true.
They're 57-57. Now they're not going to finish with a winning record. And the reason why we do that, and the Cardinal fans do that, we are so spoiled. And after next year, it's not going to be any better. If the Cardinals miss 2027 like all of baseball could, we could go back to a Cardinal world we can't imagine in 2028.
I would hate to see that, but you're right. We talked about the Chiefs and their spoiled fan base. That's right there with the Cardinals as well. Where are you beaming tonight?
Yankees at Rangers again. Playoffs have started. I think for both of those teams, big stakes every time out through that last Sunday.
Yeah. How about beam me in front of my TV tonight, because Hard Knocks gets started tonight with the Buffalo Bills.
They're featured.
They are featured this year. So
just one team they're featuring?
Just preseason, just one team. I don't know if they'll do a regular season one again this year. They've done that the last couple of years. Usually that's when they kind of follow the multiple teams, and I know they've done divisions in the past there. So yeah, we'll be the
I take
Buffalo
Buffalo
Bills
in the Super Bowl right now.
Oh, that'd be really fun. And I think fun team. They've been so
finally
close. Yeah, I mean they've been so close these last couple of years. They got great quarterbacks, some great players on that team. So I think it'll be fun to follow them throughout preseason.
Bo Marchant mentioned it. We're gonna watch camp news. We want no injuries. We're due a joint practice brawl really soon. I think we're going to have that. And the real hard part for college football, I mentioned it, we're still about 2 weeks before a respite for school for teams. You still have to do that. You have to go through the motions at least. It is just a slog right now. And tonight in baseball, Reds at Cubs, and Cleveland at Citi Field. Cleveland kind of alive right now at Citi against the Mets.
Yeah, 5 games already in action in Major League Baseball. It's going to be a fun night. You mentioned a couple of those games that we'll see tonight. We'll see, can the Yankees get back to winning? Can they win a game tonight on the road against the Rangers? We've talked about their struggles, 4 straight losses for the Yankees. Maybe they can turn that around tonight. Cardinals, Dodgers, it's going to be another late one, a 9 o'clock first pitch, 9:10. If you want to be, exact about it now, I won't live tweet it. I'll watch it, but I don't know if I'll be live tweeting that late. I don't know, especially that late at night. I don't know if I can multitask as well as I can.
Just one thing
at this time of the day, but certainly gonna be fun to watch with a full night of Major League Baseball ahead of us. But that's all the time we have today. Tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, we'll be out at TPC Southwind for the FedEx St. Jude Championship. It's going to be a blast. If you're out there, stop by, say hello. All the shows will be broadcasting live out there. So stop by at any point during the day. Say hello to us. We're going to be right there at the hub on 18. So really looking forward to that. But enjoy the rest of your night. We'll talk to you again tomorrow afternoon.